Hello and welcome to the Inglorious Bards. I am your dangerous game master, Tom, and this is Adventure 36. So grateful to have you here joining us on these very dramatic and crazy and dangerous situations we're getting into ourselves as of late. We are in Thave. We're up in some mountains near the north. All sorts of strange chaos is going on, and right now they're inside a statue, a tomb of not so nice pleasantness. Who is here? Well, to my right is a human, dashing fellow with a sword. Why don't you tell us who you are, what your class is, your role in the group, and maybe something we don't know about yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Galen. I am a thaumaturge. I am master of the occult. I am the champion of the oppressed because somebody's got to do it. I'm a swordsman extraordinaire and a frequent faller. And something you might not know about me, but since we have pierced the veil of the plains once already, I have this longing to explore not just this world, but all those beyond as well. What terrible and wonderful secrets there are to be found.
All right. Next to you is a pixie with a bow.
Hello, I'm Geggy, ranger for this group, and I am the eyes and ears of all things dangerous and wonderful that can happen to the group. Something interesting. Prior to being part of this group, I used to sit with merfolk on the edge of the cliffs outside of the place where I stayed and would constantly engage them in conversation.
All right. Next to you is a young gnome with a ukulele.
Hi, my name is Jericho Quintillions. I am a gnome. I do some music. My job is normally to help people out when they got some owies and to talk to people when everyone else would make them mad. Something that we haven't talked about much, but is actually that Yannick and Galen and I all are from the same little town. They're both about half a decade older than me. So I was the little gnome, younger, smaller, in a town of bigger people. And they always treated me really, really well, just like they still do now. A lot.
All right, thanks. Next to you is a fetchling, a gaunt, pasty is the wrong word, gray-skinned, shadowy fellow with some guns at his side.
I'm Hemlock, keeper of Thunderbolt and Lightning, guardian of Tabernary. I'm a pistolero gunslinger. I kill stuff. And, I used to be a pirate out of the Thousand Isles on a ship called the Bucket of Blood.
All right, learning all sorts of great stuff. Next to you is a human with some heavy armor and a fashard, as well as a sword and shield.
Sirionic, first knight of Carahel. I am, as far as the role in the group, you could politely say I am a meat shield. And
Polite about that.
something fun is, well, you know, I grew up close to the ocean, but I've never managed to make it to the ocean. I'm a little bit jealous of the wizard of the Thousand Islands because he's lived in the ocean and amongst the ocean, and our fetchling, the pirate, and I sometimes like to hear their tales of the ocean.
What about Jericho in the small town, Galen in the small town, and even Geggy within the desert? Have you all seen the ocean before?
Only in hell.
That's true.
Geggy has seen the ocean.
Okay.
He talked to mer people.
And Jericho?
I sing songs about oceans. That's kind of the same, I think.
Like bags of sand. All right.
What did you just do with your hands?
Waves. You've never experienced
Those were bags
it.
of sand?
Don't worry about it. You'll experience it one day. The waves. We also have a older human aging, some might say, like really old. like frighteningly morbidly old.
Morbidly old.
Decrepit in ways.
Decrepit.
So old.
Is he like 40?
Oh, it's crazy.
Saggy.
With
Just peas dust.
with a big gray floppy hat.
I am Zaldor, Wizard of the
Behold.
Seventh Tower and Keeper of the Wind Spheres over the Thousand Isles. I have been in the Seventh Tower most of my entire life. However, I have recently ventured from the tower, and as was previously alluded to, have started aging quite a bit faster than ever expected. Life outside the tower is different when one exists in Varen. When one lives in the tower, one observes Varen, but is not of Varen, as it were. It is a much scarier place out here, and I do not like to admit that I am often afraid, because I need to keep everyone sane, for if they knew the actual troubles that would befall them, we would all be doomed.
Doomed to.
All right. Well, on that word doomed, that brings us to where we are now, which is within this doomed tomb. And I think this is going to be the best adventure yet. And let's get a recap of what happened last time from Jeremy.
We finally made it into the Jagged Mountains. We were dropped off by apprentice wizard Maeus and Hapley, who went back with him to the Fifth Tower, not to continue with us on the adventure. And we followed Gegi's rather harsh survival plan to get ourselves to the Tomb of Alcanet. Most everyone caught up, except for Galen, who was consistently tripping and falling and finding himself just consistently getting more and more fatigued as he could not actually keep himself strong and inside the entire process. We, on our way, Gegi got diverted a couple of times, and we found actually a Legion flyer from the Legion Wars that we investigated and picked a couple of artifacts off of. There was one disc that was picked up that Hemlock grabbed. You have the disc?
Yannick has it. now.
Yannick's got the disc now. It had a kind of a light on it. No matter how you turned it, it would point into a particular direction. We were somewhat following that, as well as following Gegi's instructions, when kind of out of the blue, we got attacked by a giant, like a huge actual giant that jumped down on top of us. We were about to get into a really major fight until Jericho stepped up and called him friend. He shouldered his boulder rather than heaving it straight at us and decided to listen and have a conversation with us, this great giant Tark. His name was Tark, and Jericho befriended him. We found out that if we decided to pay homage to him, if we wanted to give him some sort of a task, maybe he could let us go past. Trading on the fact that giants are not terribly smart. So most of us pulled in some gold. Jericho even threw in a potion with claws on the bottle that we had never tried before, but he knew it did something. And so he gave him the potion, he gave him the gold. Tark immediately took the potion, made Jericho his friend, and it worked out. The fight didn't have to happen. Tark, in fact, even gave us directions so that we could find exactly how to get to the Tomb of Alcanet. He knew right where it was. So we were just trying to find ways to get out of the conversation and work our way out when the potion kicked in. The potion read, specifically, make sure I read this correctly here. The quote is, "Someone is torn asunder from a dozen feral children." That's exactly what happens. Right in front of us, to our horror, children came out of all sorts of crevices and over boulders and went on top of Tark and started tearing him apart with claws and with teeth and with gore and just terror. Tark was screaming and yelling as Jericho played a song just to remember Tark from who he was, and the rest of us walked away. We eventually found our way.
Stopped hearing the screams.
Eventually
I'm
stopped
gonna
hearing
play
the
us out.
screams. It's like, this'll
Only
be
in our
fun.
dreams.
On our way through the path that Tark had given us right before he died, we found that we were encountering silver quartz. Again, we saw lines up in the stones, and a flash second before Hemlock could bust out his guns and shoot them out of the sky, we were suddenly transported. we weren't in the Jagged Mountains anymore. We were in a corridor of some sort of a castle structure or some structure that we could find. We didn't really even see what it looked like. There were lights going up and down the sides that seemed to be this magical or even electrical torches that were up and down a hallway. And there was a large, I think, water structure that was at the far end of the tunnel. At which point a wizardly character or a mage of some sort was coming towards us, trying to determine A, how we got there, B, what to do with us, and C, how to get rid of us. Jericho's doing his best to, again, try to befriend this one and talk through it. It wasn't working. He wasn't listening or answering any of Jericho's questions. He just kept trying to shoo us back from which we came. And then Jericho lashed out at him, grabbed him by the throat like a feral child, and started attacking him. When that happened, a shower of silver cords rained off the sky on all of us, and suddenly we were back. We're back in the Jagged Mountains, away from the corridor, no wizard in hands, gone. Everything was different. Now, we are still looking for the tomb. Geggy found it. Found the tomb of Alcanet. At least that's what we think we found. Inside the Jagged Mountains, there was a lake, a huge body of water that had a metal bridge, almost a bridge. It didn't go all the way across, but it stopped halfway through where there was a kind of a round outcropping. And below that, what looked like a large boulder coming up out of the water. On closer inspection, we found that it was not a boulder. It was actually the head of a gigantic statue. This lake that we are in is more of a volcanic cone. It is a huge, deep pool of water that is submerging this gigantic statue of what we could only assume was Alcanet. The reason we had to assume is that even if there was writing on the obelisks around, it was written in Variv, and no one could read the language of Thave, so that's what we had to assume was there. We had to fight off some skeletons, which did not work well for Zaldor. And then Jericho, working with Hemlock, lowered himself down on top of the statue and started looking around to explore if there was a way that we could get into the water, under the water. We were looking for any way to lower the water when Jericho got sucked inside the statue. He found a portal, found an opening, and it just pulled him right in. Well, that happened underwater, so no one saw it happen. All that we know is now Jericho is now gone. So we all drop in one way or another, whether it was Yannick just barreling down through the water with all of his armor, Galen doing the same thing, trying to go after him, or Zaldor floating his way down. We all eventually land on top of the statue and try to work our way into finding where Jericho is and keeping each other alive in the process. Eventually, we found the same door, and that opened up into a sliding chute inside the statue that dropped us down into a large chamber where, oh yeah, we found the Guardians, at least the first set of Guardians, who are here to protect the tomb of Alcanet. There were some massive blood jellies, an entire army of skeletons that were down there, and they were not having it with us. It was a massive battle that has nearly killed Galen. We have run out of spell slots, we're running low on HP, and we're in room number 1. We don't know if we're going to be surviving this thing at all or how much further we have to go. What we do know is that we're alive right now, just barely, and the danger is just getting harder. So with that, let the adventure begin.
Our view is inside a dark, tomb-like dungeon. Dark walls, but a huge chamber and a huge ceiling. A stone the size of maybe the bed of a wagon, but upright with bright blue veins of magic coursing through it. lash out with electrical bolts that cling to several victims / slaves that are tied down and start infecting them. Our view leaves this chamber and goes up further through this castle of the Ashen Queen in the capital city of Kassir to another spire where there's a hallway with multiple guards nervously covering the side passages, keeping the hallway itself clear as two more of these infected people, these infected slaves with blue energy coursing through them, looking like they're tormented, are being led and dragged forwards towards another spire to some terrible machination or plan the Ashen Queen has. Our view leaves out the window of her castle and out over the grand city of Kassir with hundreds and thousands of people moving about. There's a celebration coming soon, but not knowing what diabolical plans happen within the Queen's castle. Our view races out west, going faster and faster and faster. Miles fly by as we go over the sands of Thave, and our view is high above the ground, and it passes by a invisible tower that we break its magical barrier and can briefly see. We pass through a window, and inside we see a apprentice wizard and a squire laughing and having fun and enjoying life for the first time, really, as young men. Our view flies out the window and turns and speeds rapidly to the north where we approach blood-red mountains, sharp peaks, and cliffs. We zip past some pathways into some other nooks and crannies, past a grotto that has some strange, meaty, pulpy splat on the bottom, passes past a cliff where there is a strange structure, metallic, on its side that looks strange and foreign, and then the view continues down a narrow crevasse, fast, until it opens up into a quarry. Quarry with sharp red walls, with red water pouring in from the sides, and dark red water, almost like blood, but really it's from the dirt and sand of the Thave pouring into this huge quarry that is very, very deep. Our view plunges down into the dark water, and there we see this murky, ginormous statue, just huge. Our view passes through a hatch that is sealed, the hatch right where the heart is, as lightly referenced by text slightly on the obelisk, and a warning given out 2 adventures earlier about Alcanet and her heart. Our view then proceeds down a chute, down into a small entrance where there are some lights, a couple statues, some beaten up heroes, and 2 skeletal champions that are in the middle of a battle. A fireball has just launched off, and we have right now, according to my initiative, we have Sir Yannick. Sir Yannick, next to you about 10 feet away, is a badly wounded skeletal champion. The story is yours. What happens between you and the skeletal champion?
Well, it's a story as old as time. A champion of his goddess, sword in hand, strikes down the vile and wicked skeleton, creature of evil, mayhem, and malice.
Skeleton is dead and destroyed with Yannick standing over it. Next I have Geggy, our pixie ranger. There is another skeletal champion about 15 feet to your north, the last one. The story is yours. What happens between you and that skeletal champion?
Dodging the array of shattering bone from the previous blow from Yannick.
Shrieking screams. Die!
Stories all the time!
He backflips through the shower of bone and launches 2 unerringly successful shots into the body of the opposing skeleton on the side, and splits him to a useless sunder.
Is there so 2 questions? One, is there such a thing as erringly successful?
I have to be if there's unerringly. Yes,
Okay,
erringly.
I want to see what that is.
Is a phrase.
Second question, you, although this isn't a blood witch, I don't think Geggy has much of a loss of love for the blood witches. Any thoughts that go through Geggy's mind as this minion of the blood witches drops?
that this is just the beginning and there's so much more work ahead.
All right. You guys stand in this chamber, bloodied, beaten. Is someone unconscious? As a matter of fact, let's go to Alan, who tracks the party's health. Alan, give us a recap of where everyone's at health-wise and condition-wise, too, while we're at it.
Well, the first one that we have to talk about here is, of course, the party favorite, Galen.
Is he?
She is.
Gain skeptical, too.
He is currently at 0 hit points.
That's correct. 0 hit points, dying to, fatigued to.
I concur with all of those.
Ooh.
And I would add in danger too. The next worse off is Zaldor, who's at about a quarter century of hit points. Everyone else is 40 or higher.
Okay.
Feels like 3 centuries of hit points, if you know what I'm saying.
I'm not trusting you with that. When I left the tower, I got older. I was totally young before vibe that I heard earlier, but all right.
I was spry!
That's his dating profile.
Yeah.
My hat was a bright sheen of red.
Is this a recent oil painting of you?
I'm just aging rapidly. It's the tower, I swear.
Go back to my tower.
The painting of Zaldor the Grey.
Tower of Agora.
But that's a quick run there.
All right, thank you. What would you
The
like to
battle's
do?
over. Hemlock's going to run towards Galen.
Well, I would, from where I'm at, cast a cantrip of Stabilize.
Okay.
All the way over at my friend, one of my oldest friends, Galen.
You're getting low on those. Okay.
We got a range of 30 feet, and it removes the dying condition from him.
Okay. Hemlock, you arrive and drop to your knees next to Galen and hear him
That's the first time we've heard that.
take a gasp of a breath, though still unconscious.
I'll feed him a minor elixir of life
Okay. What is that
and
here?
give him 3 hit points.
Big 3.
Wow.
Well, you know,
I will feed him a lay on hands.
What did you roll?
a 3?
And that does
Isn't it
24?
A die roll
1d6.
plus?
No, that shitty
it's-
one.
Oh, wow.
I got rid of it. It's just clogging up inventory.
Didn't even make him drink it, just threw it on his face. There.
And I, as long as we're all taking care of Galen, I'll go over and do one treatment, all that I can do, the one treatment of battle medicine.
Yes.
Battle medicine. Okay.
Everyone touch me.
Yes, I will touch him.
Battle medicine is once every 24 hours, I believe.
That is correct.
You could also, if you want, do treat wounds for 10
Oh, yeah,
minutes.
he's up. I'll do a treat wounds. That makes sense.
So that means
'Cause he's
breaking
up.
for 10 minutes. And you were doing lay on hands?
Yeah, we need to rest and recuperate.
I just have a potion with these claw marks.
Allow
on
me
it.
to heal up. Yeah, you should
You
take
give it
that.
to him
I'm sure it'll be
nonetheless.
fine.
Claw your way back to life.
The memories.
I will admit that I did not have my this level my treat wounds number from you,
Oh.
but I will do a treat wounds.
That's,
And then I
that's
guess we're gonna.
unfortunate. All right, we do custom treat wounds so that we're not sitting here wasting time rolling lots of things. So instead, I'll waste time and look at the chart. What is your medicine skill number and expertise? Trained, expert, master,
Trained plus
ordinary.
12.
Trained plus 12 is trained plus 12 is 11 hit points is what you heal.
Okay.
What would trained plus 10 be?
10?
10?
Yep.
All right. So I will. I'll take care of him. That puts you at 37 HP, Mr. Galen.
And
Oh, excuse me, 38. My bad on the math there.
I assume we're resting here briefly while we get healed up.
Yeah, you guys can easily do 10 minutes. I think that's fine. If you want, you can extend it to an hour or two, but then time will pass and things may happen.
Of course they will. Why wouldn't they?
I will sit after treating him and just play some light music for us, just for funsies.
All right.
Friends, I hate to say it, but I may not be ready to move on just yet. I know it's not the ideal time for a stop, but not doing so great over here.
Yes, well, I can concur. I've also quite a bit fatigued. Wounded, one might say.
We need to at least heal up, which I can do for everybody. And Yannick sort of assesses wounds around the area, and probably within the hour or so, I can get everybody healed up, and we can move on.
Is it wise to wait an entire hour?
It's a tomb. I don't know. The whole lot changes real fast down here.
Well,
It's not wise to wait any amount of time, but we don't have any choice.
And perhaps while Yannick here is healing us up, some of you can check out the
Yeah.
space and make sure we're safe, at least for the moment.
Once Hemlock saw that Galen was getting taken care of, he definitely would have started nosing around and looking around the room, because we fell into battle. We don't know what's going on here.
Okay. Couple things. One, there are 3 ways in and out of this area. There is the way you came, a chute above. There is a stairwell. Boop, 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 boop. Where's it at? Spiral stairs down to the left, where down barely visible, there's a glittering white light like sunlight on a clear water reflecting off stone. And then there are spiral stairs on the right with some dark red, murky, moldy crap.
Are those
on
going
it.
down as well?
Yep.
So are we gonna kind of poke around, but wait an hour, try to take care of some folks? Is that what we're doing? Yannick, is that what we're gonna do, sir?
it seems to be the order of the day.
All right.
Okay.
I'll try to help out some people as well.
Yeah,
So-
I think you can do 12 for each person, and then I can do 24
11.
for each person.
But
11
yeah.
over an hour.
And that
we can
24 is your treat.
Yeah.
Plus,
That's just my lay on hands.
you could also do your treat as well. Laying hands
Okay,
is just
which
an
would
action.
be plus 10, so 34. And plus your 11, so 45 hit points more for everybody, I think.
Except
Within an hour, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you
Although-
have a paladin on the team, they're huge between.
Although I can hit Galen twice because between the treat wounds, I think I can get fully healed up without having to treat wounds of myself, so I
I'm
can
going
do
to
that.
add the 10 that you can do for Galen, puts him at 48.
Yep.
So he's been treat wounds by you and treat wounds by me, and he's had one lay on hands by you.
All right, so
And
he'll
everyone
get-
else we said can get 45.
Got it.
Because that's my 11 and your 10 and your 24.
Mhm.
sweet, sweet healing math.
All
And
right.
I'm not giving myself a lay on hands because I'm going to do a second lay on hands for Galen to give him
Because you
another
do not need
24.
it.
Correct.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to do some math over here. Give me a second.
While you do that, time slips by. I'm adding a tension die to our pool.
I love those.
This is the 6 of 6.
Oh no.
So how tension dice work, we haven't seen these much recently. If there is time wasted, quote unquote, I think it's well spent here. But if time is taken,
So there you go. No tension die. As stated.
we will add one to
Rules
the
as
pool.
written.
If there is crazy unnecessary recklessness, I will roll whatever tension dice are in the pool, or if it hits 6, which is just about to happen, I will roll.
How much healing has been done already? Where am I at?
Hurry! It's a giant cup rolling. So I'm rolling these dice. There's just one symbol on each face of these 6-sided dice. If a single symbol comes up, then something interesting happens.
Oh, I thought 6 was automatic.
Nope, it's automatic roll,
automatic roll.
and then I'm going to clear them all
Automatic
out,
roll,
guaranteed.
okay.
All right, I got totals for everyone now. If anyone
Yeah, something interesting happens.
Oh
we
my
have a
God.
symbol.
Okay, can I give everyone what their
Just
current
one-
totals are so
just
everyone
one
knows
symbol?
what you're at?
Yeah.
One or more
All
is
right.
all that's needed.
Geggy, you are at 92.
92. Sweet.
All right, Zaldor, you are at 69 hit points.
Fantastic.
Jericho is at 85. Yannick, you're at 103. Hemlock, you are full at 78. Lauren, you're at 48. But you get one extra one, so we're going to add 24 to that. We'll put you at 72.
It's pretty darn good.
All right.
As you heal up during that time,
I think that was worth it.
Hemlock on guard hears a whispering sound coming from the left stairwell. Geggy looks over to him from the right stairwell and says the same. It's the same voice, a whispering voice that echoes throughout this whole tomb, and it's multiple different whispers filling the whole space. And one phrase comes through clearly: her jagged blade drinks deep, and the blood shall ever flow. As that phrase comes through and the whispering fades, each of you make a fortitude save 20.
20 save.
Just them two?
Everyone.
A what save?
Fortitude 20.
30.
21.
That's a pass from
24.
Jericho.
Critical.
Pass from the wizard.
Critical.
Ooh.
Critical.
For
23. What now?
29.
Everyone succeeded, and Yannick, you can get a +2
Jagged
on if
blade
there's another one of
drinks
these.
deep.
And her blood shall ever flow.
Yes.
Her jagged blade strikes deep, and her blood for what?
Her jagged blade drinks deep, and her blood shall ever flow.
Everyone feels a bit of a cut or a scratch, and not to annoy Alan, but everyone takes 1 hit point of damage after all the healing
Son
is
of a
done.
biscuit.
Except Yannick.
Except Yannick. Yannick is critical. He's good. And you feel a bit of a chill go through the air. Each of you that took that 1 point.
Is that chill anything like Hemlock felt when he did that blood test? The blood transfer?
No. Good question, though.
though.
Good question.
It's like almost missing a being doomed, I think. Type chill.
Just do. Not doomed. Nope, that didn't work. Sorry. No.
All right. You guys are a bit rested up. We have Galen, though, still at what conditions?
Fatigued 2.
And wounded
And wounded too.
something.
Yeah.
Wounded 2?
I went to dying 2 on 1.
So wounded 1.
So
attack.
wounded 1.
First
Wounded
time
1.
down.
Yeah.
Wounded 1.
So any other dying you go to, you will jump right to another level of dying. So everyone's back at mostly full health, and
Much better.
The wounded condition ends if someone restores HP. Is that a house rule that we don't do that?
we do not do that. No. We offset that with you don't die at dying 4.
Got it.
And that way, it's our one way of having pseudo-permanent health stakes.
I'm just going to keep this dying card nearby.
Okay. As people are getting ready, getting their gear on, looking around, getting prepped, Hemlock gets ready to point out the 2 different ways out, and then realizes it's now 2 and not 3.
Oh.
You look, there is no chute above any longer. There is solid stone only.
Well, shoot.
No shoot.
Oh, sorry. I will watch my language.
It could be worse. There could be water coming in after it.
Shh.
Suddenly, yes.
You know?
So there's a black staircase and a red staircase. I said go for the red one because we're trying to get some blood.
I agree.
This feels like a crypt of sorts, no?
That's what we were looking for.
Did you
Yeah,
find
that seems like it.
any inscriptions, any tombstones, anything of the sort?
Yes, Hemlock's. I'm sorry, you still said you were looking around
Yeah.
in here. I skipped that part. You see. Making that note, you see a hero point coming our way. I have an alert here for a hero point to be given out by our technician, Derek. Derek, who's getting the hero point? Yannick has been selected.
Thank you.
And there we go, resetting the timer. You see a statue
I need him.
that is 3 different statues that were on a little battle map, but they are of 3 different women. They are... who was closest around the face? I think it was Jericho swimming around a whole bunch outside last time. Jericho, you let everyone know these are not the same face of the statue you are within. These are 3 different women.
These are probably like her sisters or her assistants or her friends.
Or the women who buried Alcanet here. She was betrayed by her own coven.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Make a occult and a religion for the two people I just pointed at, Galen and Yannick.
19.
25.
Galen, you do see very faint, faded, barely at all magic just at the bases of them, that it's now just a glimmer of light with no other power that slightly looks like the white guardian wards that you had seen, the one you had seen before in front of these statues. But that's well worn now.
Whatever wards were here are long faded. There's just a glimmer of their magic left. Don't even know if they would do anything at this point.
Oh, should I look around and see if there's any magic keep things down here?
Yes.
All right.
I'll cast some detect magic. And
You
see
cast
if I
some
catch
detect
anything.
magic, and
Yeah.
it's enhanced, correct?
Yeah, now I get to know the level of the magic that I find.
Okay. You do detect magic. It is at the base of the three statues. It is this extremely faded glyph, and you put it at a very low cantrip-y level.
I will let everyone, but mostly Mr. Galen, Mr. Yannick know.
Is there a way to strengthen what is existing there magically?
Oh, that's
If
a
it is a ward.
That's a Zaldori question.
I worry that we would do that before we know what it is. Perhaps Aldor can figure out the nature of this magic.
I'd like to just look and see if it seems like there's anything on any of these that moves.
On the statues.
Yeah.
Okay. You take some time to do that, and make a perception or crafting roll.
Jeez, crafting. Let's see, +1 to +14.
Choose
I'll go with
wisely.
+14. 19.
19. There's nothing of interest at all in the statue.
All right.
Is there something to the north here? In this room? Is that a thing to explore up there?
That's where Jericho's been climbing all over
Got it.
to ill effect.
Hemlock, you were saying that there was different liquids in each stairwell. Did I hear that correctly?
There's some light to this one to the left. There was it's kind of some murkiness to the one on the right.
How far can you see with the one on the lights? I know your vision is better than mine.
Stairs going down. I'm assuming, is there a chamber or is it just like a stairway?
Spiraling down.
I could go scout ahead if you like.
We should stay together, not split up. That would be unwise.
Perhaps we can stay together at the top of the stairs while Gegi looks ahead for us.
Some advance notice might be helpful. If I don't come back, then I trust you'll come for me.
I can go with you.
No, then we'd have two people, and that's just...
So might as well all go together.
Might as well.
What if I stay with myself and the
Five of you go.
Come back and let me know what you find.
Yannick, not loving
Gigi
the
looking
plan.
at Yannick, but has one foot towards the murky stairwell.
He kind of nods to Gegi and draws a shard.
Hey,
Yeah, sure.
hey, friend Gegi, I could stay just like 25 feet behind you or something, because if something bad happens, I can yank you back with magic.
And my squeaky shoes.
You have squeaky shoes?
Wee.
I'm
I'm stealthy.
just throwing out an option. Well, I'm super stealthy.
I think we should all go together.
We
I'm-
moved.
okay,
We
that's
moved together.
good too.
I am
Go ahead,
not.
Gegi, by yourself, and then we all follow him down.
Yeah, real.
I know the magic.
Gigi psychs everyone out, chooses the other stairwell. Gigi will take the advanced recon and go down the stairwell with the murky red.
all right.
And we follow immediately.
Yeah, I know. It's advanced. You go by, you turn around to whisper back to them, and they're right there in your face.
Sounds like heavy armor. What?
I'll go third.
Quiet.
All right, so we have Geggy first, the rest of the crew close behind. Who is last?
Hemlock.
Hemlock is last. Is Hemlock last following, or is Hemlock last trying to walk backwards with guns pointed straight on?
No, he's following, but he is looking over his shoulder.
It's 45 degrees.
For sure.
All right.
Okay, well, Giggy
Here,
is
this way, like
purposefully
this.
going slow, covering tracks stealthy, the full 9 yards.
I will
Train.
be adding a
You
bonus
need to go
that.
last to make that happen.
We had this discussion before. You said it.
You can go normal speed, but you still have to go last.
Geggy goes first, regardless.
It covers just his tracks. then.
There's only 5 of them.
If there's anything left in this place, it's
It knows
long
we're here.
hurt us.
Galen supports our movement with quiet allies.
Ooh, okay. Let's give everyone, when necessary, a +2 to stealth rolls.
Excuse me.
Thanks to Galen, other than Galen. The group makes their way down,
That plus 2 to
led-
my disadvantage.
led by Geggy. Geggy, and who is number 2? Not
I was
Jericho.
3.
Yannick.
Yannick is number 2.
Right behind Geggy.
All right.
3 felt super safe.
Silent Geggy. Silent.
And then Galen
You're
is
Galen's fourth.
4th.
Zaldo will stay in the middle. Have most people on each side.
That's classic D&D wizard in the middle right there. The group makes their way down these winding spiral stairs. The stairs are odd in that they are tall, with wide, tall ceiling, quite high. And as you make your way down, they're also not aligned evenly to stay over, and it creates a strange, nonsensical architecture shape. And you're not sure where you're at within this giant statue anymore, as it's not tight and it's wide, and then the stairs tighten up. It's very tall, but you shouldn't be able to. But now you're underneath stairs you were at before. It's very strange.
We're non-Euclidean.
There you go.
Okay.
Euclid is mad.
As you make your way down, sometime about a minute of constant walking and relative silence, except for the heavy footfalls of half plate armor, I believe is the armor you're wearing. Other than that, you
I have quiet allies, so maybe not.
Oh, maybe. Use these slippers.
I'm stuffing cotton in between the plates. Shut up.
As you are walking, all of you start to notice, but particularly the first 2 start to notice blood dripping down the sides of the walls.
I'm sure that's nothing to be worried about.
As he says that, the first 2 people are affected as you see not only blood dripping down the walls, but creating strange shapes of the outlines of faces that begin to form into agonizing faces and start to scream at you. I need number 1 and number 2, Geggy and Yannick, to make fortitude saves 23 or take an interesting bit of damage.
Said
23.
fortitude on these?
Fortitude 23. Yannick is just
Plus
passed.
14, and I rolled a 7.
What's that number there? Can't read it.
21.
Although I
Natural
am
20.
7 and 14 is
Natural
21.
20.
Okay.
You might want.
I'm going to use a hero point.
Apparently
apparently I'm
is
terrible
this
at
against
math.
an auditory or a visual effect?
Ooh, I need to roll 9.
Yes.
Shut up.
So I will use my reaction since he's right in front of me. I'll use my reaction for counter performance, which I can use when me or an ally within 60 feet rolls a saving throw against an auditory or visual effect. And I can roll the d20 and add my performance roll, and he can choose whether to use his save or my roll.
Okay, so before you roll, it's these screaming. "Ah!" What is your auditory counter to? "Ah!"
Oh, that's I will just find the pitch that's at, and I will just harmonize it into something beautiful. It goes, I'll just,
I like that.
Rising scream.
Add +2 to your performance
All
roll,
right,
please.
here we go. That's a natural 20 on the
Jesus
die.
Christ!
Plus 17, 37.
Well,
Is that Guns N' Roses I hear?
So if you can use your roll
The
or
screaming face roll.
37.
I think I'll take that 37.
Okay, a natural 20 for Sean.
What are those dulcet tones that I hear?
I got you, babe.
He grabs the red liquid. This is my jam.
Or is it jelly?
You guys continue on down and reach a chamber and then go down a
Is Jericho playing, strumming, and singing the whole way down the stairs?
keeping everyone safe. as you
Drowning
go down.
out the screaming.
You go down to a chamber, you then follow out to some other side passages, and you are exploring for several minutes on your guard constantly. As that is going on, there is, I'm just giving you the highlights because this is a large dungeon tomb. You come to another branch of a choice with Geggy making the choice again. There is the sound of dripping water down a passageway, a dark passageway that you cannot see an end to. And there is the sound of grinding stone.
But we can't see it.
Giggy would start to go towards the dripping water.
Right. Geggy heads that way. You walk down that corridor for some time, and you arrive at a chamber. An interesting chamber that looks a little like... I have a way to show somehow. We're doing some image sharing here within the studio. Sometimes people on video might be able to see it, but really it's for the players. It is a room of a chamber with some dark, foreboding lights, stone everywhere, and dominated by a pool of thin, bloody water. So mostly water, but some blood within it as well, is what you see. As you make your way into this room, trying to get around it to the other side, one of you hears strange, ghostly voices whispering to you, promising you all sorts of riches, promising you all sorts of strength. Whom it is whomever has the lowest will save.
11.
13.
I'm beating both of those.
Okay.
13.
Hemlock 11 is the lowest.
12.
Geggy?
Did you just make that
13.
up? I'm just kidding. Oh,
It is
me.
Hemlock. Hemlock, you need to make a... Not yet, because I want to set the stakes here. You will be making in a second a will DC 25.
Oh, perfect.
As everyone's walking by, Hemlock's the last one. Hemlock stops, holsters a gun, and slowly reaches out with a hand to cup some of this bloody liquid to drink from these strange whispered promises. Slowly his hand heads towards it. Hand heads towards it. You pick some up and bring it towards your mouth. You pause and make a will 25 save.
Nope. 24.
Oh!
23.
Yeah, hero
Sorry,
point.
23.
You got a hero
On a
point?
12.
You got a hero point? On the drinking the blood water. Not on the 12, it's on the drinking the blood
Yeah,
water.
you're not
Okay.
asking.
Hero point.
There's no way this goes bad.
Do you still have an omen point?
No, I never had omen
Oh,
points.
you never had an omen point. That's right.
So I need a
Wasn't on my suggestion.
13 here.
Split the party.
I rolled not a 13. I have a 20.
Okay.
He double drinks.
Hemlock
I'm so
drinks-
excited for this.
Drinks from this water in his cupped hand, this blood-tinged water, greedily slurping it up. Now, the ominous question is, Hemlock was 6th. Who is 5th?
12 here.
Is that
No, in marching
Oh.
order.
so? I was third.
I was
You
third.
were not third. I called fourth, which left fifth and sixth, and he went sixth, which meant you went
Yep.
fifth.
So
I
we
know
don't
you
hear the
said middle,
slurping
but
over
I
the
did-
playing
I
of
did-
music.
You did,
Is that
but-
what-
All right.
Other people had sort of
That would be
claimed
Zaldor.
space
Haldor.
first.
All right.
Galen doesn't like to go in the back.
Okay.
He just likes it.
So who's fifth?
It is Zaldor.
Zaldor.
Zaldor, you are by the door out of this chamber.
Zaldor the
Oh,
thirsty.
Seth's saying, hold a moment.
Is this a controlling effect?
It absolutely is.
So I have a special ability called Stubborn. On my first failed will save versus controlling effect, roll second save at start of next turn.
On the next turn.
Yep.
At start of turn, though.
So
So
At the start,
There's
not at
that.
the end.
we have one turn.
yeah.
So
Only has to roll a 14.
keep in mind all of your abilities and capabilities. You have an essence of the jagged witch Alcanet within you, hell-bent on destroying party member number 5, which is Zaldor, about 15 feet away. You have 3 actions plus your start of any bonus quick drawing actions to decimate Zaldor as quickly as you can. Please proceed. Actually, before you do that, Zaldor, you may say one thing as you see guns cocked and pointed at you, and then you may both roll your own initiatives to decide what's going to happen.
Oh my.
This is not going to end well for us.
Yes, sir.
I am 100% down for this.
Roll initiative, that's perception.
I rolled a flat 21.
23.
The cursed controlled Hemlock goes first.
Well,
And this is going to last for several rounds only, which is going to be bad,
Yeah.
or possibly just one round because of your ability.
I'm going to use 10 paces to back up 10 feet. Pull a gun.
For free. Okay, you have a gun in
And
each
then I'll
hand.
do a quick draw, which pulls a gun and fires one gun.
Oh,
This is the combined shot, double shot.
I'm gonna reload 3 times.
Can I cast haste real quick?
30,
God.
33.
that is a critical. No! You had to hit a 32 or less to just be a normal hit.
Sorry.
You're doing it right, my boy.
Hemlock saying with a gun
Oh my
pointed to his
God.
head, it always has been.
This isn't awesome at all.
The damage. Oh, Zaldor, I'm so sorry.
53.
Oh! Well,
That was your
that
first action.
stings.
Ouchie! Gonna leave a mark.
How many hit points does that leave you with?
That leaves, if my math is correct, I have 15 hit points left.
And I have another shot.
X.
Please proceed.
So sorry. so very sorry. 20.
20 is a miss.
Okay.
You got a hero point.
So good thing you used your hero point, huh?
Oh, the witch has a hero point.
Oh, there's an alarm. It's time for Derek to give out the hero point.
All right. I believe it is now Zaldor's turn.
Oh, help, alarm! I'm
Help an alarm.
quite very badly wounded. Zaldor cast...
Flourish, fucker!
let me just
Flourish
see
ball.
Flourish
if
ball.
Mystic armor wards me against
Just jump straight to the
bullets.
lightning.
Mystic Kevlar.
1%.
Nice shot.
Yeah.
Next action, Hemlock's
I'm just
loading. red
remembering the one
phosphorus
time
rounds
in the
there.
alley in Tabernary when Zaldor whipped a spell at me.
I remember
You,
that.
believe
you
it-
vowed revenge.
flaming gust, I believe. Yes, Zaldor will immediately, trying to staunch the bleeding, also cast Mystic Armor on himself.
All right, what does that do?
So Mystic Armor is not something I've done before, but is a prepared spell that I have. You ward yourself with a shimming magical energy, gaining a +1 item bonus to AC and a maximum dexterity modifier of +5 while wearing your Mystic Armor, using your unarmored proficiency to calculate your AC.
Hold! You had that spell prepared, yes?
I did.
Then that is cast and lasts until your next daily preparations. That's already on.
Hey. Still a crit.
Well, with that +1 then
You were
I don't have...
You're still critically hit, though, because it was a 20... Armor class is 22?
Honor class is 23. That would be 24.
Ooh.
24, which means the critical hit was actually just a hit.
Let's just easily just
I
cut
know
it.
what I rolled.
Let's just cut it in half, make it simple.
Okay. You what that was 53?
It's not fair though because my crit dice go up to 10s instead of 6s.
Tombs are not fair.
Okay, fair enough.
So I took 53. I'm going to take back 20.
Should have taken the
27.
27 back, and you don't have to spend 2 actions to cast Mystic Armor. What do you want to do?
Yes. All right. So with that, run. Yes. we have no idea how far the corridor is or how far down. What's your range?
60. I mean, I can shoot past that, but
Far enough.
I can take negatives.
Is this conversation that's happening in?
Yeah. What if I step back 10?
What if you did? All right.
A little further. A little further.
Oh man, I could do a couple of things.
Or
I think. Nope, you're within 30 feet. Does it happen to all allies? I am checking the range of my loose times arrow. Let me confirm it real quick.
While he does that, let me reassure the audience and other players here that if Zaldor drops to 0 hit points, he will not go into a dying state. He will be dropped into an unconscious state, and then we will have, with other interruptions possibly happen, the goal then will be Hemlock grabbing him and say, drink, and taking him over to the pool. That will be the goal.
It is a target set of creatures. I can target up to 6 creatures with loose times arrow. I pluck time like a bow, pull 1 string back and release, and watch a creature fly. All targets are quickened. They can use the extra action to step or stride.
You would hit everyone except Hemlock because he was one side. Though, yeah, you would hit. Yep.
That's exactly what I do. With like I'm spinning a ball in front of me. I kind of make time slow down and warp in front of you for a second. And all of you who were behind Zaldor, in front of Zaldor technically, feel an extra push as a rush of wind gusts all of us forward, and you are suddenly 30 feet up. And I give us all the stride step.
Including Zaldor
Push us
himself.
So we're 30 feet further away from you?
You're within 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
so what does that give to us exactly?
I give everyone an extra step or an extra stride movement with that.
So we have one action we can use just for stride.
Yep.
All right. You have an action left.
I stride again in front of everyone. Good luck, everyone. Another 30 feet. Hello, high five, hello.
Not a good day to be last.
All right. It is a
Zaldor high five.
It is a new turn. We will have Zaldor go last. I want everyone else to roll initiative, the 5 of you. You as well, Hemlock?
It's been so long since we rolled our own initiative.
Yeah, I know.
What is the modifier?
Perception.
28.
Oh, that was really terrible.
And really, all I care is where
23.
you fit in. Okay, last.
14 plus
14?
1. No, plus 2. 16.
It's your perception?
Yeah, but I have incredible initiative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So pretty low, and then this is perception, top left-hand corner. On your
31.
Okay, so it is whatever you guys want, then Hemlock, then Galen. So 3 of you can pick. Why don't we go Geggy, because Geggy did get a massive initiative.
All right. Is Geggy even aware of what happened?
You hear a gunshot.
You hear gunshots, Zaldor? Is there any way for you to...
Gaping hole.
I've been shot.
Zaldor's
All right.
I knew it all along!
Traitorous little fleshling. The pixie will dash down to... Can I even get into bow range?
Yep,
Bow range?
you're just going down a corridor about 20, 25 feet.
All
Just
right.
immediately hear it in your head. I knew it.
And just to be clear, I'm only after Zaldor, or am I... That's who my lust was for? Or was it just for anyone?
It's for everyone.
Okay.
Zaldor was the closest.
Gotcha.
Free run.
You're within 20 feet now. You're at the entrance to that pool chamber.
Target
Choose
Hunter's
which
Mark.
one you want to believe.
That's an interesting question. Only one of us came from the mist, and it wasn't you.
Maybe Saldor shot himself. We don't know.
To the left.
Okay, this is a +2 shot. We'll just go for full balls.
Crisis actor Zeldor.
Hunter's aim and taking a shot. Here we go. And just this. Bum. 25 hit?
No. Oh, yes.
25
my
hits.
AC.
And that's this, and this. 25. I'm assuming you have organs. So
We don't know about fetchlings.
You dirty fetchling.
that's 15 damage.
And then go ahead, and that gives you an opportunity to make a Will 25 save as you Indiana Jones get burned by the torch. You were saying, Geggy, what else you got in store?
That was 2 actions for the one shot.
Free stride.
Free stride.
You have 1 action left.
Then I will, assuming it is not. That is not a flourish. So then I will be able to do this one. So this is a 2 shots back to back. And here we go.
More arrows fired at the gunslinger.
That is 26 will hit. The other one will miss.
Damn you!
Damn you. Let's see. That's 7, 10, 13 damage.
13
On
damage
top
to
of that.
Hemlock, and you get to make a DC 25 will save. What's your plus again? 11?
11.
Oof.
Yeah. A natural 1.
Another arrow.
He goes next.
Okay.
Speeding up. Hey, don't do
Oh,
anything.
no, I'm just figuring out what dice to
Yeah,
use.
he goes next. So that's bad because that can be a lot more firepower coming your way. But it is good because he gets to make a resistance save at the end of his turn, as the controlling effect does. And with his special, what was the ability name called?
Oh, it's called Stubborn.
Stubborn. He gets to make an additional one at the beginning. So start right now.
Make
Come
this
on.
frickin' roll, man.
Natural
Will
1.
save.
Snap out of it.
Nope.
Or
21.
Okay.
This is more fun.
You have 3 actions available to you. You have Geggy, and who was...
Geggy just
Galen.
hit me. It doesn't.
It'll be Geggy and Galen are side by side.
I'm gonna do a Rock and Tours reload.
How does it
Oh,
taunt
is
them?
that
How does it demoralize them?
So I just pierce into your eyes. I'm going.
Oh, wait.
I am going to kill you, Pixie. And I'll make a
I've heard it all before.
16 in intimidation roll.
16 total? Yeah, nothing.
And then I will fire upon the little guy with a fuck.
You're getting rolling great for hits.
Yeah. 32 to hit.
Ooh.
Hit.
Just a regular hit.
11, 15 points of piercing or bludgeoning damage.
Returning. Point for point. Well done.
Yes.
If you want, you can make a will save to not continue this fight to its bitter end.
I see that totally going for Getty. Like he takes the arrow and bullet.
And then I will
Well done.
reload as my third action.
Okay.
Even when this curse wears off. Just good.
Yeah.
All right, we had Jericho.
And you said I get to make a roll at the end of my turn as well?
Yeah, sorry.
Nope.
Oh my god.
Can I just have Geggy just go up, just stare at Hemlock, and just drink the water? No. Okay, sorry.
No.
Beat him at his own game.
Did anybody see me drink the water? Because I was last.
I
No.
don't think anyone saw.
No, I'm just assuming you're a
We
traitorous
just
piece of
know
shit.
you've right.
Yeah, this would be
You-
totally different.
you've been playing the long game.
If Geggy had the lowest
Yeah.
save,
Yeah.
he would have been first. All right, let's go with Yannick and Jericho. You two can go.
Do you want to go?
Either way.
I'll go. Is intimidating demoralize is considered an attack? No.
I don't think
It's an
so.
intimidation roll.
It's
much
limited
did you
to
do?
once every 24 hours.
Okay.
On a specific creature.
So I turn. Yannick turns, assesses the situation, and as Yannick is charging one Hemlock, he is also using his physical prowess and his speed and force of will to do a demoralize with his intimidating prowess, giving him +1 bonus to intimidate
Okay.
when I can physically menace the target.
Now he's going to be
against us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brawny boy!
he's going to be a -1 on all rolls, right?
Huh?
-1 on all rolls, right?
For the demoralize?
So the frightened one.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
with you.
So, all right. So intimidation, 14 +2 for 16.
Okay. Lots of silly little.
And I
taunts.
am
What kind of save is it
charging,
you
and
have
as
to
I'm
make?
running towards him,
I should.
looks like I'm going to give him a big old loving hug.
Okay.
Because I intend to grapple and immobilize him.
All right. With the speedy goodness, you have 2 actions to grapple if you would like.
I will take those.
Okay.
So is that an athletics roll?
Athletics versus Hemlock's Fort +10.
Okay. So my athletics is 15. I just rolled a 10, so it's 25.
Against my athletics?
No,
Your
your fort plus 10.
Oh, yeah. 22.
22, that's a success. You have him grabbed, cannot move, and is off guard.
And you said I have one more action?
Yes.
We're going to lay down on the ground together and just
Get
bam!
off of me!
And so I'm just basically bodily landing on top of Hemlock, so I will do some damage.
You also do.
Yes, but like, shh, it's okay, buddy, it's okay.
You may make
Don't drink the blood.
make another grapple athletics roll, please.
I'm going to use another hero point because I had an extra one. Thank you, Engineer Derek, because I rolled a 2. I'm going to change dice up and re-roll. I rolled an 11, so that's going to be a 26.
You now have Hemlock restrained. Hemlock cannot do anything but attempt to escape.
Shh, buddy, it's okay, buddy. Buddy, hear me.
Get off of me!
Jericho.
Jericho is going to use his first action to move up to where the 2 of them are.
Okay.
He uses second action to do a courageous anthem.
All right.
Just entirely knowing that Hemlock is his dear friend.
His best friend in the world, in fact.
You're singing it to him.
Oh, to everybody. You guys are all part of my squad. Oh, sorry. Inspire the one that's got 2 different names since the remaster.
Rallying
Anthem
Anthem.
/ Inspire Defense. It's going to give everyone a bonus to their armor class to help them not get criticaled by a bullet.
Thank you.
It's also going to give everyone a +1 bonus to saving throws.
Okay.
And a little bit of resistance to physical damage.
Do you want to consider Hemlock an ally in this instance?
I haven't seen him shoot anybody, so I'm not sure what's going on. So yeah, it's going to everybody.
Just some boys roughhousing, tussling,
Yeah.
tussling.
Boys
around.
being
wrestling.
Grab ass.
I
Yeah.
have sunlight through my chest.
That was probably just a fun. Just boys being boys.
Lightning
I heard
strike.
that.
When
and-
you hear that song, you can remember the many times you've heard the notes of Jericho. I will get you another chance, but this one's going to be a -2, but it's a free chance to break free. So this is Fort -2. Still need a 25.
+1.
With your +1 to your bonus
Oh, that's
saving.
true.
22.
Carry on.
Yeah.
All right. And with my last action, it will be, and I'm trying to get the wording for this right here.
The quote from here, by the way, on chat is Zaldor's nipple piercing went very wrong.
My last action is going to be the aid action to Yannick.
Okay.
To aid him in keeping this man grappled and restrained.
All right. Great. Then
How are you doing that? How are you aiding me?
My foot is. I am putting a foot on the primary right hand of
It'd be left hand, of course.
left hand. Sorry, sinister of the nearest hand, trying to pin it with my foot.
Like it.
Okay.
Stomp on that hand.
Then I think last is going to be Galen, and then we'll have Zeldor as another option.
Yeah, Galen knows that we're in a tomb of all kinds of weird spells and bullshit, and so hears the gunshot. Zaldor's running away. Yannick's tackling Hemlock over there. So Galen is going to run towards Hemlock, and the first thing he's going to do is kick him in the nuts.
Oh.
True friend.
Again.
That's gotten a little personal.
I don't want to do real damage, but I want to wake him up.
Whoa.
We already know it's crooked, man. It's not going to...
Your mother needs that.
But you have a +1 to your AC.
Yeah.
All right. I heard kneeing.
Oh, kicking him in the nuts. Yeah.
Curb stomp to the
One, two,
gonadics.
three. Make 3 regular sword attack rolls, and any that are 20 or higher. No modifiers in any way. Just no regular sword attack rolls.
So he runs up to you and 3 times?
So I'm literally rolling my 2-hit with my sword.
Yeah, just whatever the biggest plus is, 3 times.
Cool. That is a 35,
Okay.
It's a crit.
a 30, and a natural 20
Oh my god.
All right.
for 36.
Somebody's not having children.
You may make the same will save. That was 3 successes, right?
3 successes and a crit.
Well, the first one was going to be, it was huge.
Yeah, it was
20 was the goal.
There was 2
Yeah.
crits
Yeah.
there.
So make it with +3 straight +3. So that's plus with the song, +4, +1, +4. Only a fool would fail all of these.
That isn't a success.
Well, keep rolling.
Because you might
We're still
fail.
kicking you.
That is a success.
Keep rolling.
That is not a success.
Yeah, but Galen just crit your pants.
Twice.
All right. You are able to snap out of it as you're being held to the ground. There's some sort of foot on your throat by the gnome
On my hand.
on your hand, and then you have just flying through the air anime style Galen into your crotch repeatedly after you've said several times, I'm okay.
I'm just holding him down, and people are like curb stomping him all over the
This
place.
isn't you! Wake up! Whack! Wake up! Whack! Come on, Hemlock!
So
Whack!
for a few reasons, Hemlock is...
The battle continues. Roll initiative.
I'm going to bend down and pick up one of the loose testes.
Yeah. For a few reasons, Hemlock is losing his lunch and just throwing up, and
That
there's,
makes your mouth very dry. Might want to refresh.
and there's a lot of this
So thirsty.
blood-tinged liquid coming up,
Okay.
and I'm just like writhing in pain, still grappled, still like can't move, just like
Oh, we tried so many things, Galen. That was the trick. How'd you know that would work?
Well, I'm not sure it has. Hemlock! Are you with us?
parts of me. Oh.
Did you shoot Zaldor?
Is that a show title?
Spelling will be bothersome.
Murloc sounds.
Are you feeling like you want to...
What happened?
Do you feel like you're wanting to shoot any of us right now?
Just you.
No, I don't even know who racked me 3 times. Get off! I don't know what happened. Something came over me, and I drank from that pool back there, and then I just had a bloodlust come over me.
Why'd you
Where's-
drink from the pool?
Where is Zaldor? I believe I owe him an apology.
Can Geggy shoot him
I
again?
trusted Hemlock.
Zaldo, I can see your kidney.
I need it.
Everybody stay away from that pool for sure.
Galen says as he
Goes
knees
and
you one more
investigates.
time to get off with his ancient thaumaturge ways.
Zaldo, are you thirsty? I'll get you something.
Hemlock holsters both of his guns and is still on the ground, just writhing in a little bit of pain. But he does like beckon Zaldor closer.
Closer. Closer.
I'm so sorry, friend. Please believe me that something had overtaken me. That was not my intent, but someone else's.
It has been the first time I've ever been shot, accidentally or on purpose. I suppose I can write this down in my experience journal. I'm glad you're well.
I'm so sorry again.
I'm leaving Hemlock marked.
Yannicka, Hemlock got stomped in the testicles. You might need to lay on hands.
He had it coming.
I do agree with that.
Sunlight in
Ow.
my chest.
Let me lay on hands
Wait,
on
was
that.
it a critical? It wasn't a critical, right?
It was a semi-critical.
A semi-critical. Okay.
Are you laying on hands on
Yes,
the...
I will lay on hands
add
on
24
Zaldor.
points.
The hole partially closes in your chest.
66.
You now have just a chest wound instead of a
It's-
gaping.
It's a
chest
suckling
wound.
chest wound.
It's a suckling.
That sounds cute.
Geggy, let's make sure we're not caught off guard.
Get away from me!
The whole party turns on each other.
Suddenly it's the thing. I don't know how many of you are the alien, but I know it's not all of you.
Let's just sit here for a while and figure this out.
I've already seen what Jericho's blood does! So you drank the blood out of this thing,
I
Ken?
did.
I wonder what would happen if you drink mine.
Yeah, don't. Let's not.
Like,
do
don't.
that.
But that does make me curious. I wonder if you would turn into like half one of them multiple eyeball things.
Maybe.
You would be so powerful.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Why did you drink from the pool?
I had my body. I lost control of my body.
I've used that excuse myself.
It was not.
Prefaced with sorry, baby.
It was not my intention to drink it. I just came over as everyone was leading away. I just had an over like hey, everything in my body forced me to drink it.
We don't need to be in this room any longer. I
Yes,
think
can
we
we all
should
leave?
leave.
Yeah, okay. We might want to have this conversation in a different room.
Lauren tries to speak with Galen's voice. Is there anything in this room other than this big pool of blood that looks important or ritualistic
Not important
or
enough to
anything?
remain in the room.
Let's get out
Except
of
for the
here.
giant pile of gold
Right.
in the pool of blood.
I think Jericho would probably dip one finger in and just put it right there
Okay, so you're,
in case this might be that blood we're looking for.
all right. So you're dipping. Your song's no longer playing though.
Oh yeah, it only lasts one round.
All right.
You're not getting the save bonus for.
So you're dipping your.
Just tip one finger in and just boop, right
I do not believe any part of any bard here should go inside this pool, even your fingertip.
there. You don't think so?
I don't. Please stop.
I'll do it. I won't do it again.
All right. So you touch the pool with one finger and then put that water
You want it?
liquid on the
Grab
back of your
him.
neck.
Well, that's what we're going for, right? Is to get some of the blood and put it on our necks. I mean, that's the whole point of becoming
Yannick
here.
prepares the fichard.
Okay. You are
what we came here
surrounded in
for.
a circle of an attentive audience.
Everyone's watching.
Well, I mean, I don't announce it. I just beep.
We're watching.
Yeah, that's
We're
fine.
all in.
You are. Yeah, that's.
Make a willpower 25 save,
Okay.
please.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I missed that. I rolled a 6 on that. I got a 20.
Nothing happens.
I was just being.
Let's go. Let's get out of this room. Do not like it here.
I want to picture the visual of the blood that's been spilled is creeping its way into the pool.
That's cool.
Back at the border.
You carry on. Geggy still in the lead. Any reordering?
Galen walks behind.
Zaldor has first choice. Any reordering of the party
You want to be
order?
third now?
I would like to.
I'll
be
switch
third,
places
yes.
with you.
I do. Take
I'm
my
just going to have
place.
my little drip of blood staring at Hemlock behind me.
It's a target.
Geggy would like to be first.
Okay.
Galen's going to follow Jericho and keep an eye on him.
Okay.
Oh, I'm fourth now. I'm right behind you.
Everybody's testing to see who can be fifth and sixth. Yeah, Yannick is second.
Okay.
Hemlock's still last.
All right.
Oh, God.
What have I done?
So you just put yourself up against his back.
Uh-huh.
You make your way through more corridors into other strange, odd rooms, Spartan rooms, and after quite some time, you come across another interesting choice, which is Geggy in the lead.
Good job,
the
Geggy.
choice is a doorway heading towards a darkened corridor with a sound of wind. And the other is a doorway to a darkened corridor that has the sound of chimes.
Well, I am always a fan of winds.
That's true.
Wind spheres and I are simpatico. I will tell you that I find this to be a very comforting sound, though the chimes are not themselves displeasing.
So
Geggy,
you
I-
suggest wind?
I opt for the wind.
I love you go. Other way.
To the wind, and then Geggy will choose.
Yannick, make a roll.
Is this before the wind, or is this during?
This is before.
Okay.
Any modifier?
Not that you know of. What's your roll?
10.
Never mind. Continue, Geggy.
Wind corridor.
The wind it is. You make your way towards a windy corridor and come to a maze of left and rights that become quite confusing. You almost lose track of each other when there's strange branches, and you are in a strange, odd maze. A gust of wind from nowhere in this strange, bizarre, magical tomb blasts through, hitting your cloaks, and as you do so, you believe you're at a dead end. You start to head back, and it's no longer the same path backwards. You instantly know things are changing the hallways and turns every time the wind blows. You try to make your way through this endless corridor maze, and we shall take our break there, and we'll be back in a little bit and see what happens next.
Woo!
All right, we are back from break. Thanks so much for joining us. Quick plug, if you love joining the show and hearing what's going on, consider dropping by patreon.com/ingloriousbards. A few bucks gets you access to the after show, where we take about 10-15 minutes after each show talking about what the heck happened, why did it happen, what we think is going to happen next. We also have character leveling up videos on there. Speaking of which, you guys need a character level video at some point. And we have
Are we
some,
leveling up?
and we have some one shots on the Patreon as well. We had a kobold one recently. We've had some zombie ones in the past, a sci-fi one somewhere at some point, I think. Bunch of one shots on there. So drop by that. And before we get back to the action, I have another hero point to give out from Derek, our technician. Who gets the hero point? Seth
Yeah.
has
He
received.
put sunshine through my chest.
Hemlock the Nutless.
He put sunshine in my chest. Dum, dum, dum.
Well, I can't get that out of my head. That's a good choice.
Thank you, Derek.
Available now on Spotify.
Thunder. Okay. that was that. Oh, one other note I wanted to mention that these two locations you guys have been through are haunts, which we haven't run into very much, but they do fall slightly within Galen's realm. You have any bonuses to any kind of haunt-related stuff?
Well, I certainly do. I have a skill called Esoteric Lore, which allows me to roll recall knowledge on haunts, curses, and creatures of all kinds.
We will keep that in mind as you guys are walking into another. As you walk in to this strange webwork we mentioned of mazes, a wind blast comes through. This dark haunt is affecting things and causing you to get lost in these endless corridors. Here is a picture for you guys to see an example of what I'm seeing. Dark.
It's easy. Right, left. We're good.
Dark stone, high walls, ever shifting, gloomy lighting, trying to find your way through this bizarre non-Euclidean tomb. Galen may make a lore roll to help with this haunt.
If you want to.
I certainly do.
You don't have to.
28.
Wow, really? That's great.
I have a plus 17 on Esoteric Lore.
How the hell? That's huge.
Yeah.
You're so good.
That's
Because
great.
we've leveled up.
By the way, he has a plus 19 on testicle stomping.
Oh, yes.
Check that in the after show.
You hear a disembodied voice whispering another phrase and the whispers that come through, and you hear, and then, bow to Alkanet, for her wrath carves through flesh and bone. And as you continue walking, you also hear, turn back or be lost forever. More whispering. And as you make your way through, Galen tries to reinforce that this is all just a supernatural trick upon you.
I believe what we're dealing with here is some kind of haunting, some leftover spirits of some kind. They are whispering to us. It's probably what happened to you, Hemlock, with the pool. They are whispering to me now. I heard them say that we must bow to Alkanet and her wrath cuts through bone, and that we should turn back before we are lost. Don't know whether to believe these voices or not.
Generally, you don't believe dead people, right?
Unless they're trying to communicate something important to you. What do you make of the bow to Alkanet?
Not gonna do it.
Do you feel that all of this shifting and moving about that we're seeing is more of an illusion than a reality?
I don't know. Galen will reach out and touch the walls to see if they feel substantial.
They do.
It feels pretty real to me. What if they could be warnings or they could be riddles? Perhaps we bow. Galen will get down on one knee and perform a deep bow.
All right. Galen bows respectfully.
How do you feel?
Well, I feel no different, I suppose, though it might be that we all need to do it.
All right. Hey, give me just, hang on. Yana, can I have a hand? Just real quick. There it's right knee down.
I don't know that we're really going to get Yannick to bow to an evil blood witch dead lady. It seems like against his way.
You're not committing anything to it. You're simply bowing. You've bowed before kings, no? Before mayors?
Never before a evil blood witch, though.
How do you know she's evil?
I'm not bowing to this thing either. Not after what she did to me.
Oh, right. Well, in that case, I won't either. I'm going to get...
I got you. Here you go.
Well, thank you. Okay.
This is a maze we have to get through. just follow one wall, and we will eventually find a way
I
out.
heard that once you put your hand against like the left.
Yes.
Hold on a second. The left wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
Are the walls floor to ceiling?
Yes.
I will start running my detect magic again.
All right. You detect magic everywhere.
Oh crap! I'm gonna look for any differences, any unique changes or things that are out of place from the uniformity of detect
I now
magic.
have you seeking out the detection of no magic as your primary goal.
Or different, because I get like level of magic,
Yep.
so if something that stands out as different.
Okay. What else?
What was the other thing that you heard? You mentioned it was whispers of bowing. Clearly, no one's doing that. What was the other one?
It said, turn back before you are lost, or something to that effect. I'll see if I can recall it more clearly.
Good luck with that.
Turn back or be lost forever.
What if we've got to walk backwards?
That would be interesting. Again, that would speak to more of the illusion.
Walk backwards and bow at the same time.
Sorry. Oh, that sounds like you're gonna get poked in the boo-boo hole.
The boo-boo hole?
That's the right,
Right
face.
next to the no-no
Everyone
place.
made the same face. What? What?
It's where you get spanked when you do a boo-boo. You get spanked on your bottom.
Oh,
Did you ever get spanked when you were a kid?
yeah.
Yeah. So you did a boo-boo.
No.
Fading out of that conversation. Minutes later, the group decides to take what course.
Galen's going to try to whisper back to the voices.
All right.
Galen will like, basically Galen sits for a moment and goes into that meditative place where he goes when he tries to do that psychrometric resonance, and will try to connect with the spirits if there are any around here, and says, we come seeking knowledge. We come seeking knowledge for vengeance against those who have wronged Alk. Guide us forward.
So that looks like nothing then.
Right, good.
I say we continue to travel through and just mark our path on the way.
Or on the floor if the walls keep changing.
Yes, on the floor. We'll mark our path that way and see if we can solve this riddle through more mundane methods.
I happen to have 10 pieces of chalk.
Oh.
That's lovely.
And also, Hemlock has a big wine skin full of that blood water stuff he can
Oh,
pour
yeah.
out along the way.
He's been just
Yeah, a little cinnamon.
He's
He's
got a
dehydrated. You don't want to
camelback.
get dehydrated on an
Her
adventure.
jagged blood drinks deep and her blood will flow.
Yeah.
So I'll start about every 10 yards or so, putting a line with a little arrow the way that we're heading. And anytime we take a turn, I'll indicate a turn on the floor.
Okay. You go and follow.
You haven't seen the movie The Labyrinth, have you?
Well, they did not. Edlin Home did not have a cinema, so we did not get out to do that.
Kegi,
much.
you're still leading the way?
Still leading the way, having no clue which way I'm going. But
Zaldor
Charge.
is listening for the wind,
Okay.
paying attention to how often it cycles through, or what the different sounds would be, whether it be near or far, if it's spherical in nature.
All All right. Gegi, you start going and picking random paths then, with
this one?
Jericho not far behind, sketching out turns or straight arrows and at choices. Zaldor, you're not able to get much going on timing, but you do hear amongst the wind blast that hits the group again, and you know that something has changed with this illusionary wall, always just beyond vision. You do hear yet another whispery voice. Through of crimson endures beyond death's grasp.
Who does hear that?
The rivers of crimson, her... What?
Her powers endure through death's grasp.
That was creepy. I don't like that.
You continue on your way trying to find an end to this. As you do so, it becomes very confusing and hard. Everyone will need to make a will 20. Nope. We had Galen identifying and helping out with a nice big roll. Everyone needs to make a will 17 save, so 3 less than normal. And Jericho does not want to fail this one.
I rolled a 3 on my die.
Well, it's up to you. Anyone who fails
But I have a plus 14 on my will saves,
Oh, you're good then.
which gives me a 17.
Oh, perfect.
So I get to use a cool new feature here. This is from our last level up. I rolled a 19, which is a success, but because of my class, all successes on willpower saves are crits.
Oh, okay. And someone says they can't quite hear the whisper, so I'll say it just in a normal, non-whispery voice.
Critical success.
The whisper voice that came through the wind was, through rivers of crimson, her power endures beyond death's grasp. The one before that was bow to Al Canet, for her wrath carves through flesh and bone alike. And the original one, her jagged blade drinks deep, and the blood shall ever flow. I will just speak those. All right, everyone.
Just real quick, yeah. So Zaldor also rolled a 3, but only has a 13. We'll say, making it a 16, so he failed.
Then that is bad for you.
Oh.
I forgot. We have more than one spellcaster. You will be stupefied 1 for a while. That's not good for spellcasters. That is a minus, I think, off of all your spellcasting abilities, and then a flat 5 for any spellcast to just fail.
That's terrible.
You have a hero point, don't you?
I do.
Be a good time to use them.
But now I have all these terrible rolls. I may need it. You know what I mean?
I don't
also-
want to use my hero point to get rid of these hard rolls, because I have these hard rolls. I might need the hero
I
point
need
for
that hero
it.
point.
It also affects will saves, and anytime you cast a spell, it is disrupted unless you make a flat 5 plus stupefied level roll.
Sounds really bad. Hope
So-
I get rid of that soon.
All right.
You could get rid of it now.
Hey, if we go back to that room with the bloody water, we could have just you and Hemlock go in.
2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
Thunderdome.
You are able to finally make your way out, with only one of you, Zaldor, I believe, negatively affected by the twisting madness, and coming out stupefied 1 still for some time.
It's in my head.
When you come out, you arrive in a chamber that has a tall dome upon it with a bit of light that catches your eye, and strange, odd whispering coming from above. Shadows play tricks on the walls as though there are figures within the room, but you know it is only you. You try to find another way out, hoping you don't get caught up in strange illusions, when the chanting grows and grows, and you feel yourself getting sluggish within this room. But there is yet another whisper that says, "The faithful fell, the unworthy bled, and her name was carved in blood." More strange whispering coming from the top of this domed chamber starts to affect and make you again get sluggish. I need each of you to make a fortitude 26 save.
Guys, what was that phrase again?
The faithful fell.
Unfaithful or faithful?
The faithful fell. The unworthy bled, and her name was carved in blood. What was the fort save?
High, that's all I know.
Ooh.
26.
26. That's pretty high.
Standard.
I did really good. I came one higher than the critical fail, so I only failed.
Oh,
I
that's
can't see
good.
that number. What's that number?
Natural 20,
It's a
sir.
1. You got a 1?
Hemlock failed.
Fail.
Zelda failed.
Cryonic.
So all fails left side.
What was the target?
26.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a fail.
Natural 20.
Natural 20 for you and Jericho.
I failed by 9.
Okay. Geggy, you are able to pull one person with you quickly out before they are negatively affected by this sluggish stuff. Who do you pull out? Jericho? Jericho, their sounds are strange and coming at you like a darkened choir. You may make a 25 performance roll. If you succeed, you may rescue 2 other people.
25, did you say?
25 performance.
I rolled a 7 on my die. I have a plus 18.
Oh my gosh. Amazing.
You are able to musically counter with another song and save 2 other people who hear that song and you're able to pull out. Who are those 2?
My 2 hometown boys, Galen and Yannick.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. That leaves Hemlock and Zaldor. You
Because they're just going to shoot each other anyway.
let them figure it out. You 2 are slowed and will be slowed 1 for the foreseeable future, essentially for until the first 2 rounds of combat are completed.
Oh, perfect.
Wow.
Hurry up.
He yells at Galen for no reason.
You're moving so slow, Galen.
You continue on through more winding chambers, strange curved corridors until you come into another medium-sized room. Again, dark gray stone, strange eerie lights in different corners. And you come across a chamber that has 8 mirrors aligned in a crude rectangle circle area. You circumnavigate around them trying to get past, but again, our poor fetchling is drawn towards them, as is everyone. And even though the last thing you want to do is waste time here, you find all of yourselves inexplicably looking at these mirrors.
God damn, I'm good looking.
That's me you're looking at.
And it's strange sound. Not any of the sounds you've heard before. It's a strange, eerie, magical sound. And I have another image to show you players here in the studio. Not quite this, a little more rugged, a little more spread apart mirrors. The mirrors look like your normal version of you. However, it shifts to a glimpse, a perverted glimpse of how you might over-glorify yourself and envision yourself to be. What does Zaldor's image look like?
So it is a perverted way, but positive for the way I'm seeing myself. Is that correct?
It is. Think of the best possible way you could do it, and then just get ridiculously over the top, perverted, positive.
Yeah. So Zaldor is clearly a mastered selection wizard. In the white robes, of course, the keeper of all 12 towers, with his wife, Elitha, next to her, of course, young, strong, just like they remember them used to be. Nice red flowing beard that was on Zaldor. That's being tugged on by his grandchildren who are around him, and his son over his shoulder tapping his arm, as they're all happy to be around and keeping everything long and healthy as they have a long lasting life in a land of sun and wind and waves are out and about in a glorious time.
We have time for one more description. Anyone else have a description of their vision?
Yeah.
All right,
So
last one
Hemlock
here.
has got 12 pistols just everywhere. Just pistols on pistols on pistols. He's heroically like one leg up on a barrel, with this huge ship behind him, standing on a dock with a ship with just cannons and just like armed to the teeth with a full crew. And yeah.
All right. We
It's
have
like Captain Morgan.
we have Christopher now for Hemlock. The vision turns terrible and twisted and dark. What is the vision that we see now in the mirror from Hemlock that changes from that? What do we see now?
Of Hemlock?
Yes.
Of Hemlock, vision, the negative vision.
Yeah.
He's there, he's gaunt. He looks distraught as he's fumbling about feebly with no ammunition in his pistols. He is constantly looking about and disheveled and whatnot. Dangers abound behind him. All of them look about to descend, but there's nothing there for him to use.
The same strange twisted vision appears in everyone's mirror, that you're all standing in front of your own mirror. But what is the vision, Chris, that we see become twisted in front of Zaldor's?
So Zaldor, surrounded by his family and his children and his grandchildren and his beautiful wife, Elithor. And then slowly his wife coughs and ash and dust comes out of her mouth, and she starts to turn to ash and dust, and all of the vision around him, the children are all sort of, start to slow and get still and look like statues. And then, the wind from the hallway comes in and just dashes them apart. And all of the vision was just ash and dust.
Chris, gain a hero point.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
God.
That's a sucky hero point to give out. Whoa.
Ask me for dark shit.
Wow. As that all happens, I need each of you to make a will save that's going to be different. Everyone will make a will save 20, except Zaldor will make a 23 for what we experienced. And this was in my notes. Yannick, tell us why you are completely immune to this fear effect that is about to happen.
Because in Yannick's vision, he is a celestial, as granted by the power of Carahel, and with that is the tether and a small tendril of Carahel's will that is always attached to Yannick, and that.
What if each image is the same and it's tempered? He doesn't see the glory, he doesn't see the failure. She keeps him level.
Yes.
Wow.
That's awesome.
All right.
What was it? Will 20?
Will 20, 20, 20, 20, 23 for Zaldor.
Is this a fear effect?
This is a fear effect.
Okay.
So you are immune.
Well, yes, but also anybody who is does Yannick's aura of courage help anyone?
Not in the way this is going to work.
Okay. I know it's the kind of not
Critical success.
Good thing you saved the hero point.
I have one hero point to get rid of the natural one that just rolled, or is already difficult, we'll say. He will redo it. For a 13, which is much better. 26 minus 1. I am stupefied. 25.
Okay. Pass.
Minus
Who
three.
failed?
Minus 3. What?
The -3 for the vision. Sorry.
No, it was a
Oh, okay.
23.
23, yeah.
Was
Yeah.
the minus
Hemlock
three.
failed?
No.
Oh, everyone
27.
succeeded? Geggy?
Yes, succeed.
Everyone's good? Oh, then everything was fine, strange and unusual. Nothing affecting everyone. You shake your heads until the images step out in spectral form and attack you all. We have another battle on our hands.
Hey.
Am I being attacked by the positive or the negative?
Your choice.
Damn, I'm good looking. Why are you so strong?
I hate myself.
All right, we have our 8 mirrors. You can kind of see in the darkness here. 6 of them are where you guys are standing in front of. Each of you, right in front of you, is a specter image that looks like you do Generally speaking, this is what a normal specter looks like. That is our situation. We're rolling initiative, everyone. Good luck. Here we go. First up is Geggy again before every single one of them go.
All right, Geggy, kill them all.
Really?
And might I warn you all,
Zaldor had a
if
29.
you highlight over one of the creatures, no, it doesn't show you guys. They are all exuding an aura around them of frightful presence, a 30-foot aura. You're all caught up in about 5 or 6 of these auras that are gonna mess you up. Stay close to Yannick would be my recommendation.
Question.
That's always my recommendation.
Can you spend a hero point to re-roll your initiative roll? No. Okay.
Good question.
Yeah, let's do it.
Then I will do that, and I will spend an omen point to re-roll it with advantage.
Whoa.
Galen really wants to win.
Do it. Add your perception and tell me the final number. You had an 18 rolled in the system automatically.
So I just rolled an 18 plus 11 is 29 plus 2 is 31.
You are now first in initiative.
You get another roll?
I certainly do.
You better than that? Better than
Okay,
first?
so you don't want to go first.
No, that was the better one.
All right. I am totally wrong in every way. I'm sorry, I skipped ahead of some people. Backing up, Galen is not first. Jericho had a 34.
Hey!
There's a bunch of people. It was out of order. I'm so sorry. It is Jericho, Galen.
Oh, that's right. I have
Did
to
I
think
need
about
that
what
to
I'm
go
doing.
before the haunts or
Yes,
not?
you did.
I
You were
okay.
18, they were 26. So it's Jericho, Galen, Zaldor, Geggy, all 6 of these specters, then Hemlock, and then Yannick.
Yeah, good job. Good job rolling shitty.
All right, Zaldor,
What?
watch how Jericho goes.
Excellent. So am I getting the sense that I am kind of afraid of these guys?
Yes, double hold on. Frightful presence. A creature that first enters, we will consider starting in there as well. A roll. You are dealing with frightful presence. Make a saving throw. Will 20 6 times. All you need is one failure. So likely you're going to fail.
Okay, 26 times. Okay, I got three dice.
What is the range on their aura?
30 feet.
30 feet.
Which is
All right.
really big in this
So
area.
I have a plus 14, so I need to roll a 1 through 5 on any of these dice.
all
to
of the
fail.
dice.
Okay, on any of them. Okay, I rolled, well, look at that, a 3, a 4, and a 6, so I already failed.
Oh my god.
Okay. You are frightened 1, I believe, is the end result of that.
Okay.
I'm going to make a slight correction.
For one. Oh, I am sorry. You failed.
That's correct.
Okay, you are frightened 2
Oh
Okay.
my
for
god.
1 minute.
So that's minus 2
For
on
a
pretty much all
minute?
my d20s.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's brutal.
No,
You have a
that's
question,
fine.
Lauren?
I need to
It's
make a
fine.
correction.
Everything's
I forgot
fine.
to
It's
take
gonna
off
be
the
fine.
2 for my fatigue.
That helps me.
so
That helps me be glad I'm first.
I'm at 29.
And know what's going down. All right, so I'm going to do a lingering composition into a courageous anthem because, strangely enough, that gives everyone a +1 to all their saves versus being favored.
Oh,
you.
fantastic. You went first. Holy
All
cow.
right, so I'm going to roll my performance for my lingering composition.
What was this one again?
This is going to be a courageous anthem.
Great, thank you.
So lingering composition roll first. It's only going to last one turn. I rolled a 4. It's a 19.
No, you need a 23.
So it's only going to last one turn, but that's all right. So you guys all have +1 status bonus to your attack rolls, +1 to your damage rolls, and +1 to all saves versus fear.
We will need.
Yes.
All right.
Love that.
And where is Yannick on the map? Oh, he's right
Yannick
there
is
to
to
my
the
left.
Your aura is 15 feet.
Yes.
All right. And then I'm going to use a move action to move next to Yannick.
Can you show what 15 feet emanation from Yannick would look like?
I may be able to do that permanently on you. Stand by. Auras.
That's just automatic.
Always present.
That's awesome.
Distance.
Well, let me see the emanation before I move, then. How about that?
It was exactly out to you because you moved 15 feet, which is great.
Trying.
Yeah,
I've
because
done this
I'm pretty close to
before.
that as it is. And I may make a different choice because I'm super close. And
Show
Yannick
aura
might
to
move.
all, opacity. Show aura. That should...
If I move, I'm going to try to move to be centrally located.
Correct.
No,
Yeah.
I can't easily do it. I don't know why it's not doing auras on you. Derek
Okay,
will have to
that's
help
fine.
us
All
out
right.
there.
Instead of doing that move, then
You just hit
I
Alt for me for a
will
sec so I can see what 450 is.
check my spell slots again. Oh, I will not
Okay.
do that because those spell slots are gone. That changes
Thank you.
what I was going to do then.
You're just
Jericho
you're currently
edge
just
is
outside of my aura, but that may change.
All right. I will move 15 feet to my left and north 1 to be up on the upper right corner of Yannick.
Perfect.
Yeah, right there. To get to that spot with my move action. And then with my one action that I got left, I'm going to do a recall knowledge on these creatures to try to figure out what's going on with them and what these things are.
Go for it. Make a roll of religion
Okay.
or a bardic.
Can I see those
Religion,
D6s?
religion 22 or a bardic with the -2, 22.
Okay. I rolled a 17 on the die, which with the -2 will give me a 25.
Okay. These are specters. Would you like to know their immunities, their resistances, their AC, their best attack, or maybe best save?
Best save.
Best save. Pick two of those. Pick two of those.
Best save and immunity.
Immunities, death effects, disease, poison, paralyzed, precision, and unconscious. They cannot be unconscious.
Okay.
Best save you asked for? Reflex 15.
Okay, thank you, sir. That is my 3 actions.
Okay. I think some of the players here are, you can do that? You can get that numbers? What? All right. That's the bar.
Hope y'all heard that. I'll just yell out. They can't fall unconscious, and they're fairly dexterous.
And we have Cranky Lab Nerd in chat saying, Bards are effing awesome. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Zaldor, let's see how effing
Thank
awesome you
you.
can be.
Yes.
Right there for you, buddy.
Right. Well, I don't like looking at myself in a terrible format ever, and I'd see a horrible-looking Galen that's different than the mirror horror-looking Galen all around. So Zaldor will
Make some will saves. You have. We're just gonna do all 6 now.
all right. I'll do all of them.
Got +1.
There are several more than 30 feet away.
Yeah, I know, but it's gonna be so hard to track.
So
So we'll just make everybody fail.
They're 45 feet.
Yeah, it's pretty
but the
brutal
closest
though.
it is.
Yeah, we should track it. It's brutal. Just do 4. It's really brutal.
right. 19, 18, 18, and a 7. Are we doing all 6? Or
Just 4.
Just 4. 7 is a 20. Everything else is well above 20. By lots.
Multiple
In the
criticals.
30s. They're criticals, and one that is a 20, which is a success.
Okay, we'll just take the. Those are so huge criticals. We'll take that as no effect at all.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Way to go.
yes.
What's your will plus?
So my will plus is 13, minus 1 for being stupefied, plus 1 for the courageous anthem, plus 13.
I unstupefy you a little tiny
You
bit.
did. I feel much better. Well done. And blazing bolt! Zelda reaches in and grabs a small sphere of flame, claps it in his hands into 3 small spheres, and sends them away to each of the nearby specters with an attack roll for each one. Let's hope I can roll those 18s again. That would be lovely. What was the question?
Just reminding you that you're slowed.
Oh, God.
But +1 to your attack rolls.
Hold,
because the
please.
light is on.
Slowed means I have 1 fewer
Me.
actions in general. Is that right?
Zaldor and Hemlock.
In that case, I will not cast 3. Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you. I will cast 2. I have enough energy for 2 of them. 1 is going to... Well, that's not super wonderful. I'm 22 to hit.
The one in front of you
Correct.
is a miss.
Oh, yeah.
The other one is also a miss as it is less than that.
Okay.
No flame damage for anyone involved.
All right, your first slowed is gone. You have one more turn of slowed. It is Galen's turn.
Rolling some will saves.
Yes. Where are you? You're there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get 5.
And what am I rolling?
Can't remember.
20.
That sounds way too easy. 20 will.
Okay. 1 fail. 1.
We're looking for critical fails now at this point.
Okay, 1 crit success.
Okay, only critical fails.
I mean, I'm not going to be able to crit fail, really.
A 1.
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
Oh, yeah, no crit fail. But that is a natural 20.
All right, you are frightened 2.
Don't want it.
Just a regular fail?
No, he had 1 fail.
Yeah, just a single fail.
Single fail.
Yeah.
Is frightened 2.
Success is 1. Fail is 2. Critical is 4. These are brutal.
What's a critical success?
No effect
So I rolled a critical success.
of that guy.
All right. Frightened 2?
2 was adding to the heap of conditions on poor Galen. Keep in mind some of the wordings on them if they say circumstance or status penalties, since you're stacking things.
There we go. Yeah. All your checks and DCs. That's fun. All right. All right. So I'm going to be at a -1 on all my rolls, attack rolls. So first thing Galen's going to do is exploit vulnerability to understand what these creatures are. He did hear his friend Jericho shout out some information, but Galen can go a little deeper.
Okay, keep in mind these are related to the Blood Witches.
That's
You
fantastic.
have a bonus for that.
Thank you, because I needed that, because that was a terrible roll. I rolled a 3, but I have a +20 on this, so that's a 23 minus... -2 is 21.
+1.
+1.
Plus 1 for why?
This doesn't give plus
That's
one.
only for
Oh, let's see.
sphere.
Oh, okay. So 21.
Never mind.
You missed by 1.
Oh, no.
So sorry.
So that's a fail.
Keeping in mind your fatigue craziness.
Yep.
Fatigue, I believe, is the same thing as frightened. Status penalty.
To AC and saving
Okay,
throws.
just making sure. Yeah.
But if it is the same thing, they don't stack on each other.
Yeah.
Did you
You
stack
want to
them?
take one or
But,
the other.
okay, but the fatigued is a status penalty to AC and
Two
saving
different
throws.
things.
Okay.
Frightened is a status penalty to all checks.
Yep. Okay, just making sure you were aware of that.
Yeah. That didn't work so well. I know that Yonik's got that.
Yeah, and the aura is on the map. So
Aura
if you can be in that range, that would benefit you if you're afraid,
Yeah.
because you will be less fearful.
So Galen looks around and sees that Zaldor is stepping away from the entity in front of him. And how far is it to get to Zaldor's image? 25. Oh, yeah. Let's step right in front of Zaldor and take a strike at that specter in front of him.
Okay.
Not the face, please.
Oh, man. Now I'm rolling terrible. That's a 19 to hit.
Is a miss.
That's my actions. I'm so glad I went so quickly.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
You
Geggy,
can't all be bards, you know.
Geggy, you have 3 will 20 frightened saves to make. We're taking the worst of them, really, is what we're doing.
25. That would be the worst. 1 fail.
1 fail. You are frightened 2.
Okay.
Not good.
Keep in mind, you have an amazing paladin ability. We've put that aura on the board. The frightened is really brutal because not only is it high, but it lasts a full minute. It doesn't go down each round like normal frightened does. His ability will make that happen, though. So it's a super strong counter to it.
You are so strong.
Come to me.
If we go, but if you go to them, like we all have to follow you, right? Because the aura stays with you.
Correct.
Okay.
15 feet around me. So as soon as you all get within 15 feet, I'm running.
Giggy is trying to topple
Chase
the
me.
mirror.
Toppling the mirror. Okay. Make
Horrifying.
a athletics 16.
Smart choice.
Success critically.
All right. You topple over. Where are you? You're
Right
top
there?
right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Top right.
You topple over your mirror, smashing it, and it shatters. The specter next to you takes 10 points of damage and shrieks a bit and loses any resistances that it once had.
Okay. Giggy flees to the aura of the paladin, and
Champion,
while running
technically.
back, launches a flurry of arrows
At the guy, and
at the guy
your guy.
behind. Yep.
Like over your shoulder without looking.
Yes. Just
At a pixie with glorious full wings.
damn you and your wings. That is first. That is second. First is a critical. 19, 20, that would be 35 to hit.
35 to hit is a critical.
So 35.
Just crit twice.
Whoops, that was a 5. So 9, 12, 15, double 30 points of damage.
Okay, did you fire twice?
The second was a miss.
Oh, okay.
And did you get the damage from that one as well? From the anthem?
No.
So 32.
32.
32 points of damage, and there is no resistance in any way to it. Shoo. Your arrow
Yes. Does that
passes.
include the pinning?
No, there's no
It's been-
pinning, unfortunately.
okay.
It passes right through, but it's like a thin gossamer curtain where you tear a hole through this spectery form.
I know your weakness, Giggy, too.
All right, we have
The wings.
We have some specters to go. We have one right next to Hemlock.
I gotta get my pen out.
You get your step if you want.
It's my turn.
I thought it was at the beginning of
I always think that too.
the
10
beginning
paces.
of combat.
It's first action.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the beginning of combat. My bad.
You gain a +2 bonus to your initiative roll, and then as your first action, you may step. That's
Got
where
it.
we always get
Yep.
confused. Okay. The specter reaches out and makes a vile touch strike combined with spectral corruption for 2 actions. Good luck. Here we go. It's making the strike. An 18 to hit?
Nope.
That is a miss. Its spectral corruption used 2 actions for that. Then it will make a weakened final attack. A 12 to hit. Nothing at all on Hemlock.
That's
Nice
right.
job.
Hemlock 2.
Can't touch this.
There's one right next to Galen. He's right next to you. He's going to do the same thing, leading with spectral corruption. What is happening? 17 to hit.
Oh, wow.
Then strikes Au Natural with a 23.
That,
Yeah, do the math.
I do. That's close.
No AC bonus here.
No AC bonus?
No.
Nope.
You're
Then
-2.
Then that hits.
All right, you take 20 points of void damage as it claws through your arm, leaving no trace but just pulling at your soul.
How close is he?
To you?
Yeah. Psionic?
51.
20 feet, looks
It's
like.
15 feet.
15 feet. So that means range reprisal. You can use retributive strike with a ranged weapon. In addition, the foe triggered reaction is 5 feet of your reach, but not in your reach. So the range reprisal, I think, is 15 feet. Right?
Yep.
So 9 resistance to that.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Excellent.
Fantastic. You burn your reaction and help him out.
Yep.
The specter to the north, whose is this?
That's
Galen's.
That's Galen? It's going to head towards Galen, but stop at the flesh that's in the way, which is Zaldor.
Oh dear.
It moves with its first action, and its next 2 actions, it does the larger spectral corruption, which is yet to hit. Here we go. 19.
Wow.
This is weird. I'm assuming that's a miss.
That is a miss.
I think everyone's in their 20s at least. Wow, okay. There is one right next to Yannick, and it reaches out to spectrally corrupt him. 22. Nope.
I mean, do we need to ask?
Oh.
Yannick, say? I mean,
He says to a specter.
I've never seen a specter be a
You
little
just-
bitch before.
Then it strikes at you with just a standard vile touch of 24.
yeah, that's also going to miss.
Oh, jeez. Nice.
27 is my base.
Wow.
We have
Keep that in mind, half plate.
Yeah, and maybe don't taunt. him
one to the
with that
south,
knowledge.
which I believe was Jericho's.
Yep.
Nice job,
Steps and engages in the warm flesh of Pixie next to it after it
I
steps.
picked just the right spot.
And for its last 2 actions, it reaches out with spectral corruption upon Gegi.
32 to hit.
25.
That will hit.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
Finally, 20 points of void damage. If it damages a living creature, especially a pixie, the specter gains 5 points of temporary hit points. Done. And you need to make a will 22 save to avoid becoming corrupted, a la drinking blood-tainted water.
Okay. What's the number?
22 will.
22.
Please hit.
That is a 22.
Holy crap.
Okay. You are...
Oh, correction. Sorry. I forgot I was feared. So that is a fail.
Okay.
Oh, man.
21.
Since I now acknowledge that fact, I will re-roll with a hero point.
Okay.
Nope. So I will enjoy that.
Okay.
I think I'm close to you. I might enjoy it.
It reads, the pixie succumbs to the corruption and becomes a spectral thrall temporarily. The pixie is controlled by the specter, obeying the specter's telepathic or spoken orders, though a spectral pixie thrall does not obey obviously self-destructive orders. This lasts until the end of the thrall's next turn, at which it is no longer controlled, but becomes stupefied to for some time.
Jeez. Okay.
That seems bad.
It's bad. It seems real bad.
There is one last one. This is the one that's been injured. That was Gegi's, and it heads towards not Gegi because Gegi is one of them, and heads south to Hemlock.
Oh,
That was one action.
shit.
Hemlock, you are really susceptible to this stuff. It is going to do a spectral corruption upon you. I'm going to give it a +1 bonus, and I don't think it's enough still. 22?
Nope.
And that's it. Even one of those hits is bad.
Yeah.
That's 6 of those just took their turns. Things have moved around.
So if they'd all hit one on each of us, would you have just said, okay, we're done, let's move on?
More or less.
It would just be you guys all going nuts on each other for a round. All
That
right.
sounds
Done
fun.
that already.
It is Hemlock's turn. You have a specter of 2 of them on either side of you.
This is will 20. Do I have to make those?
No.
You also have your step, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry. This is your first turn. Yes,
Yeah.
you do. I'm sorry.
Failed one of them. I'm gonna hero point it though.
2. You have 3 to make.
3.
3 rolls.
Make sure I
Let's see how the third one goes.
You can do that.
That's a natural 20. But I am
Yeah.
gonna use a hero point on the one I failed on. And fail again.
Okay, so failure is fear 2.
Yep.
Frighten 2.
Yeesh.
Will the aura have any effect on the charm that is on Gegi, more or less?
No, it's frightened condition.
I'm gonna take 10 paces back.
Is that step or stride?
as first action step.
Okay, I will be quiet.
And I was going to do the same thing Geggy did and go for the mirrors, and I will.
Shot,
blow up
automatically
a
hit,
mirror.
and smash and destroyed. Your Spectre takes 10 points of damage and loses all its resistances.
Cool. And then I will move 30 feet to the southwest to get into the aura. Right there is good.
All right, passing by this Spectre right here, it triggers nothing at all.
Perfect. And I'm slowed, so that is all I got.
Okay, Yannick.
So how many saves versus fears do I have to make? 4?
4.
And the target is 20?
Yes.
Yes.
And it's a will?
Yes.
Wow, dang, dude.
I have failed.
Just a failure is your lowest?
No. I have critically failed.
So the champion is resistant to this. Just opened his mouth and sucked in all the frightful presence he
His
can.
dice hated him. The biggest dice was an 8. The other ones were a 3, 2, and a 1.
Wow. Oh. All right. With a critical failure, you are frightened 4.
Oh my God.
Which is by far the most we have ever seen. I think we've seen a 2, maybe. So you're frightened 4, but he has some holy help, I believe.
Okay. So whenever you become frightened, you reduce the value by 1.
So you became frightened.
Immediately, I'm frightened 3.
No, you became
instead.
frightened 4 times, so you reduce the value of each of those by 1.
There you go. I am all on board with that. So I am frightened 3.
3, yes.
And I am going to make an attack, which is now -3. Is that right?
Yep.
Fuck. On the Spectre directly to my south here, we're making an attack. That is going to be a total of 20 to hit.
20 to hit is a miss.
Of course it is. And then I will... That was one action. I'm going to drop my Fishard and draw Sword and Shield. It's my second action. And raise my shield as my third action.
Okay.
Now, everybody who has a frightened condition at the end of my turn reduces that value by 1.
At the end of the champion's turn, each ally reduces their frightened value by
include you?
1. Ally.
Yeah, so no.
And all of
But
us,
at
all of
the
us who
beginning
failed
of my
were frightened
turn,
2, right?
I'll reduce it
Yes.
again.
We're frightened 1. All right.
Except for the pixie, who is now an enemy of the state.
Your frightened level did not change.
Okay, so frightened 2. Okay,
So
just
your
wanna make sure.
wait, are you in the aura?
Yes.
Your frightened level goes down by 1. It did not change becoming controlled, but it does go down by 1 with the paladin.
Okay, I see.
So that's
Can we wait until he's free for that to happen?
Yeah.
4, 5. That is 5 frightened conditions dropped by 1. That should have stayed for a full minute. That's huge.
That is a lot.
Do you want me to stay frightened too, though?
No.
And
Yes!
No, it's not.
You have no choice. It is Jericho's turn.
Lingering composition into a Dirge of Doom to try to return the frightened favor.
All right.
So with my lingering composition, I got to roll a little performance check for helping out my friends here. It's a fail. I rolled a 3 on the dice, which is only going to last one turn, which is fine.
Second.
Which is fine. They're still all the frightened. So all of them with Dirge of Doom, it's got a range of 30. So can we get the range check for me? So the 2 guys are very far out. They're not frightened.
Okay.
Oh, by only 5 feet, though.
And then for my second and third actions together, I'm going to use a 2-action force barrage, seeing what 2 of my friends did, Chattering Mirrors, and that seemed to be a good thing to do. I will fire 1 pop of each force barrage at 2 different mirrors and see if that breaks them.
Okay. How much damage does it do?
Not a ton. 1d4 plus 1 each.
Okay. Roll anything but a 1 for each die. You're rolling 2 dice.
That is correct. 4 on both die.
All right. Which 2 mirrors did you want to shatter?
2 to the south, so 1 was mine, and then I think Yannick was the other one who would be to the southwest.
All right. Done.
And that is my turn.
Fun turn. Zaldor still slowed 1 round.
Brilliant idea, gnome friend. Zaldor will point himself at the other 2 towers and cast a blazing bolts with that small darts going up and out after he makes a stupefy roll to make sure this can go through. Rolls a 9. Okay, can cast the spell. Rolls the attack of the force barrage on the mirrors. I'm assuming that a 30 hits the mirrors.
Yes.
And they each take 5 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Oh.
Done, done, done.
That is
So all the mirrors are now broken.
All the mirrors are broken. All the specters have taken 10 damage from that, and all their resistances have been stripped away. Galen, you are back to back between. You're surrounded by a specter on one side and an aging wizard on the other.
Time to die, evil Zaldor.
But I'm not controlled. Evil Zaldor!
We'll figure out which one's the good one and the evil one later.
Let Carahel sort it out.
All right, so we will be attempting exploit vulnerability again, this time on the evil Zaldor. And that one is going to be much better. So that is a 30 minus 1.
So this one here, the one to your left?
29, yes.
Okay.
29.
And Zaldor, again, even though you finished your turn, your frighten does not go down like frighten normally does
Right.
due to their crazy curse. 29 is a hit.
Great. So, tell me something good.
Oh, sorry, it wasn't a hit.
Yeah, no, that is success on the exploit vulnerability.
Sorry. Okay.
Tell something good.
You want to know a mortal weakness if they have a vulnerability, correct?
Yes, if they
Yes.
have a vulnerability.
All right,
Yes.
they have no weakness, nor do they have any resistance for you to go now through since they
Great.
shattered it. So you would have to do the mortal
The personal antithesis.
personal antithesis.
Excellent. Well, and these are non-humanoid creatures, correct?
I don't think they're humanoid, no.
Excellent. So then
Nope.
this antithesis gives me +5 damage, and sympathetic vulnerability applies to all of them.
What does that mean?
So sympathetic vulnerability, when applied to a non-humanoid creature, applies to all creatures of the exact same kind.
Oh.
So you know the vulnerabilities for each of them.
Yep.
And the
So as
personal
I
antithesis
strike,
for
my
all of
damage
them.
goes against all of them. Yep.
It's like if you know how to kill one porcupine, you know how to kill all porcupines.
Pretty much. And I've
Why do
heard
you
that
wanna
said
kill
commonly in Edlin
porcupines?
Home. Yeah.
I have more
What did they do
questions.
to you?
Do you really want to know?
Porcupine murderer.
It's a tragic backstory.
Tragic. Well, kicking the mother down.
Yeah.
It's a feat you have at feat 6. Okay. So I was trying to catch up. You guys have so many things. When you have mortal weakness applied, your strikes also apply that weakness against a creature. Okay, got it. Okay. But there are no weaknesses that you're applying.
No, this is personal antithesis with sympathetic vulnerability.
Against it. All right, let's go for it.
You're so complicated.
All right.
Not really.
What
He
else
just
you got?
cuts through everything.
All right, we're gonna take a strike at that one now that I
Figuratively and
know
literally.
how to
He's the Geist.
know how to.
Ginzu.
That's right. It's in the name. Oh, for crying out loud! That's a 21 to hit.
Is a miss.
Okay, we're just gonna keep it rolling. Let's try it again.
We have Dirge of Doom up right now, so it doesn't do anything for us, just against them. Okay.
Yeah.
Lowers their AC for you.
So what am I rolling on this one?
And
Okay,
functionally
so
raises your
literally
AC.
Just
Yeah, it wasn't a criticism.
Oh, no,
it was
yeah,
just making sure that I.
21 to hit.
Is
It
a
hits-
miss.
It hits now.
That is my turn.
Okay.
Don't worry, guys. I'll get him next time.
Can we get some damage down on these guys or what?
It is your turn, Geggy. And
Oh, what's Geggy gonna do?
Geggy, the nearby specter, points at that trickster gnome and
How you
that
doing?
freak shadowy gunslinger and says, Kill them.
Okay, killed him.
My subtitles.
The ADR pops up. Okay. Little frills come up off of Giggy's back there
Porcupine
as he is now angered and attacks. You said gnome or gunslinger?
Fetchling, yes.
Let's see. Well, we have history.
You've
sir.
already shot me twice today.
Oh, before you roll,
Yes.
I have a hero point alert that Derek may give a hero point to someone.
Well, hold on. Before, I haven't rolled, but I haven't chosen a target yet, and you specified to stop. I'm choosing young Hemlock over there. That's my target.
Derek, who gets the hero point? Jericho.
So good. I should use them. I never use these things.
What the?
You really don't.
Removing my mark, applying my mark,
Yeah.
and applying now.
I think it was already applied, wasn't it? I don't know how long it
I
lasted.
had to
You were
reapply
right.
it for my next shot. And then I will hunted shot on.
This is for bonus piercing +2.
Yes. Boom, boom, boom. That's 1632 to hit.
Good hits.
I'm frightened 2 or frightened 1?
I don't know. I think it's 1.
Frightened 1,
You
so
were 2
31.
and you were within the aura.
It's a hit.
Okay,
Okay.
31. That and...
Not a crit. That's what really matters, right?
That is 10. That is 15 damage.
Okay.
And that is 1-2 actions. That is the end of Gegi's turn.
All right.
Ow.
Yeah. I'm still hurt from those last shots that I took from you.
One and the nut stomp.
And the nut of course, the nut stomp. We can't forget that one.
Oh, I healed that.
Hemlock, a specter flies over to you rapidly, does a spectral corruption upon you and misses badly, and then I believe hits you with a 26 with a vile touch. You are hit for 15 points of void damage as it scrapes through your lungs.
Hemlock is within 15 feet of me. -9. I will use my reaction.
Thank you, sir.
Galen, you are also being attacked.
How much?
That's not a good
2-8.
sound. 2-8.
Stand by.
Okay.
The judges have reviewing the tape. Judges are reviewing the tape. Gegi, which specter did that to you? Was it
The one.
this one?
Yeah. Yes.
That one.
Yes.
Defying the laws of Varen, it dies and implodes. Your action is gone. Your control was gone. They are slightly lower than level than you guys, and it has the incapacitation trait, so the effect is 1 grade higher. So it somehow broke the laws of magical physics. You got the shot off. You were no longer controlled, and it paid the ultimate price. Sorry about that. I've just realized.
Yeah.
Like these
Why
guys
did I
are,
read the rules?
these guys are really dangerous for this level. Level 6 is what they are, and this is why. All right, so critical failures become failures is what they're looking to get you guys to do. Here comes a spectral attack upon
So
Galen.
does that mean I only failed in my fear?
No, fear and all that's entirely different. All right.
Dang.
Total of 20.
Nope.
And then a 13 is a miss with a regular attack. Done. There's one that is next to Zaldor. Same thing. Here comes
please don't.
spectral corruption.
Oh, God.
Total of 20.
No.
I cannot believe this.
Man, a fireball would have been really bad.
And then a regular attack is a miss. We have
Well,
one
pretty
next
good
to
reflexes.
Syrionic. This one is feared. Spectral corruption, 27 to hit.
With my raised shield. Oh, wait, but frightened 3.
Gotcha.
Lower your AC?
Does frightened lower my AC?
no.
Yeah, everything.
Frightened.
All checks.
All checks.
Frightened value of all your checks and DCs.
Armor is a DC.
Oh,
All right,
Oh.
then
Yeah.
it will hit.
Okay. You are hit for 13 void damage, which is not the big concern. You have a 21 will save to make, and you get a whole level improved, if that makes sense, because of the incapacitation trait.
Total of 18.
So that's a fail, which becomes a success. You are not controlled. Instead, you are stupefied 2 for quite some time.
Wow.
Zaldor sweats hearing that.
That's so bad.
And then it makes a normal strike upon you. Misses.
You're already a stupefied 1, though.
I am.
That would only increase it by 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A specter races far from the east and closes in. We're also going to not try and track which ones you guys haven't rolled because there's just so much craziness there with their auras. And it only lasts one turn. The badly injured one comes in and attacks Geggy, knowing you're no longer on its side, and is going to try and corrupt you again.
Bastard.
With a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
You are hit for 12 points of void damage, make a 22 will save, and gain a whole level of success for incapacitation trait.
Natural 20.
It cannot get better than that. Actually, it can. You are immune to spectral corruption for 24 hours.
I eat specters now.
It is Hemlock's turn. One on your 6.
Yep. Going to, put my gun right into it and pull the trigger. With a 34 to hit.
Is a critical hit.
Yes.
That's probably going to hurt. It's going to leave a mark.
There is no precision damage if that affects things that you do.
Nope.
think?
43 points of piercing or bludgeoning damage, and it needs to make a fortitude saving throw.
43 is a brutal blow, and it has none of its resistances. I heard a fort save.
Yep. With 23.
18.
Hey, it's stunned for 1 round.
Oh,
Nice.
that's cool.
That's my crit specialty.
All right.
And then I will reload.
Okay.
And I am not slowed any longer.
That's so thematically cool. It's shell shocked because you shot it. Yeah.
Yannick.
So Yannick has longsword and shield out. He is stupefied and frightened. Now, Aura of Courage doesn't specifically state that my own frightened will go down, but I assume that it would with everybody else's.
It does
right?
not.
It does not. Just everybody else's.
Yep.
You're making us brave. I know you're screaming and all, but I feel better because you're here.
Cool.
Thank you.
The wet pants encourage me.
Bring me my brown pants.
Yannick will take a mighty swipe at this specter to his south. I guess I need to roll a 5 or more under stupefied conditions for that to be successful. Is
to
that
make
correct?
a sweat. No, stupefied is only casting a spell.
Okay. Well, then I'm good. I'm just -3. And that's going to be not enough to hit. It's going to be like an 18. I'm going to take 1 step to my right, and I'm going to raise my shield.
Okay.
And everybody's fear condition, except for mine, drops by 1.
Oh, I am unafeared.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
That's amazing.
Nope. To the right.
It is.
Should be both the same.
Is the aura plopped there, or is it following Yannick?
Yeah, the aura comes with me, so it is shifted 1 to the left.
Jericho, you're up.
Okay, I have tried this
Everybody's
twice and
still in
failed
it,
twice.
though.
I will again try the lingering composition into the Dirge of Doom. Jeez, I'm gonna spend that hero point I got because I rolled a 3 on the die for my lingering composition just to make it last, so I can have my actions back. 22.
With the lingering composition, finally is a miss.
Good. Because I've rolled so many single digits all night tonight.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't
just-
hit a thing all night.
It's
either.
been that way. All right, so just a 1 round Dirge of Doom,
Hemlock's got
but
some
I don't
shots
spend
off.
the focus point when I fail. So that's the thing that is not so bad. All right, and then
And that's the fear?
the fear on all of them.
All right, I'm adding that and subtracting it as... No, that's not your aura. You're there. It's all
my
of them.
aura.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And I'm just double checking that, and that is correct. turn into the correct page because I had it on the wrong one.
And it gives them fear 1, right? So it drops all
I am
the-
going to then cast Soothe at 2nd level on the gunslinger.
Thank you.
For my last 2 actions.
Okay.
That will do 2d10 plus
How many
8.
hit points are you at?
28.
That heals 19 points of damage,
Thank
puts you up
you.
to 47. And that is my turn.
Big heal, and it is Zaldor's turn. Are you slowed?
I am
you very
not.
much.
Okay.
Not any longer. My full time with full
Keeping
three
track of
full
whoever's
actions.
lowest. Now it's not you.
Last time I was surrounded by so many enemies, we had one major event that seemed to work out for everybody. So it only makes sense in this dungeon that we try it a second time. Everyone with me? Fireball! Zeldor casts a fireball, I think right on top of Jericho?
Yeah, no, that I want it.
To see if he can get all of the creatures in there. It's a good thing they're not controlling me to make a fireball happen. I would have to do it myself.
What's the radius on that
You
one?
drop one right on Jericho.
It is a 20-foot.
Yeah, there it is. That's everybody.
Whether he was controlled or not, it would not change his actions. I love that.
Jared, could you make that one red if you right click on your on the icon in
Also,
the
if you
middle
could
of it?
chain all the characters to
Hey,
screaming.
can you make it sparkly?
Double click.
Other effects to make it all sparkly?
I'm so glad that they are frightened to reduce their save, because this is a basic reflex save for all, and we are not frightened any longer, if I recall.
Well, but the bad guys are.
Correct.
And Yannick is. But that's okay. That's okay.
Oh, that's
It's
redder.
great. It's not a problem.
No, that's better because that's the blood that will flow from our bodies with these wounds.
So I will roll the fire damage first, and then I will roll my reflex save to see if I can use it. By the way, my last spell that I cast was a blazing bolt, which was also fire damage, and this time I can use energy ablation to resist energy from
Yourself.
this particular spell for myself.
How nice for you.
If you cast it first, right?
I feel like it's important to share that with everybody. Here we go. Not so bad. Only 1, 2 6s. There's a 5 and a 4 and 2 3s. So that's 18 plus 7. That's only 25 points of flame damage. If
What's our DC to save?
That's exactly what
also-
you did.
also DC
That's
25.
exactly what you did last time.
is it?
Yeah,
I like 5.
because I wrote it down. And what's the save again?
25 is the DC.
Reflex 25. Easy.
Zaldor critically succeeded.
I rolled a 3.
26. So I have that.
Half
25.
damage. Yeah, 12.
Okay.
And I'm resistant
Correct.
by 5.
So that's only 7.
Yeah.
All right. 79.
Failed.
All right, I gotta go through everyone. Gigi, how much do you take?
What was the save?
0.
You take 0. That's
DC
easy for my
25.
math.
Gigi dances through.
Zal-
So
Zaldor, how much
since
do you
he
take?
damaged Galen,
Zero.
I
You take
can
0?
step and
Critically
attack
success.
Zaldor now.
Jerk. Yannick, how much do you take?
I took 7.
Okay.
And what was the damage on a
25 was the
25.
total.
25 points of damage.
I took 12.
Okay, 35. You're at. And Galen, what'd you do?
All of it. Give me all of the flame damage.
That's how Zaldor was protected. He just gonna
I got you at
hit himself
35. Does that
under
sound
game.
right?
That sounds right.
All right.
Spectres, 2 are obliterated to the east. 2 others take full damage. The one in the west takes half. A huge blow to all Spectre kind.
And just because they're best friends, Galen and Hemlock have the exact same hit point total.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
Hit point buddies. 2
BFFs.
points.
Anything else?
Haven't you done enough?
Oh, and and you are stupefied, right?
I am stupid.
Oh, watch this mess. Oh, I will be so gleeful.
D20 is a 15. That was a success.
okay.
Successful fireball.
I would have had to undo a lot of math. That would have bothered me. I would have been put out.
You have an action left, I believe.
I do. I don't have to use my energy ablation. Zeldor will cast shield, huh?
Yeah,
Huh?
good idea.
I can do
Yeah, I
that
like
too.
that.
Galen.
Defensive minded. Good job.
One good turn deserves another, so I stab Zaldor in the back.
Ow!
All right, so we're
Through the
gonna
gaping chest wound.
finally see if we can make some hay here and roll damage. I think I know what I've been doing wrong this whole time. We're gonna roll to attack the specter in front of me, and that is so much better. That is a 33 minus 2 is a 31.
And they're feared.
And everything. Oh, there, I got the fear factor there.
Yeah.
So what's your
then
total?
That's it.
But I
No.
don't get anything from
No.
that. So 31 is my total.
31 is a hit.
So that will do 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 10 is 18 plus 5 is 23 points of damage.
How do you keep doing that? That's amazing.
He just keeps adding 5 to like the
Everything.
beginning and end
right.
to all damage, and he's good.
Yeah, if I have that
It really
sympathetic
adds up
vulnerability
after a
on
while.
like there,
Just
that-
keep saying numbers so Tom goes, it's dead.
All right.
if I have that personal antithesis
5
on,
plus
I'm
5
doing.
plus-
If I have that personal antithesis on, I'm doing 15 guaranteed damage on a strike.
Wow.
Period. All right, so that's one hit.
Uh-huh.
Let's go for it again. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. That's just going to be a 20. 20.
20 is a miss.
Yeah. Last action, I
Swing
will attempt to demoralize it with a glare. I see bad Zaldor, and I disapprove of bad Zaldor.
Okay.
Weak Zaldor.
Naughty Zaldo.
And that is
Intimidation.
natural 20.
Jeez.
Well, I would have liked to roll that on that strike,
roll,
but yeah.
That's pretty cool. Critical success. The target is frightened 2. And he is frightened 2.
He's frightened. He's more frightened.
He's more
too.
frightened. Cool.
Frightener.
All right. Geggy, back to your old self again.
My mark is still on Hemlock.
With one correction, you are stupefied.
try to
No,
cast-
because we said that. Yeah, you're not stupefied. You're fine.
Don't try to cast
Fine?
any spells.
All right. I need to move my mark to the one closest to Yannick, and I will attack with the hunted shot. Single shot plus 2 is a 32.
32 total
Yes.
is a critical hit.
Fantastic.
That was a crit.
What was the crit?
My first hit on that specter was a crit.
Why was it a hit?
I rolled a 33. I took 2 off because I was looking at fatigued and not frightened because I have so many conditions I have to keep track of. I don't have to take 2 off for fatigued. I hit a 33.
Give me some more damage.
Yeah, that's just double what we did last time, which
36.
was 23, so 46.
Just the additional damage.
Another 23.
Okay. How much did you do?
36.
Obliterates that specter.
You guys.
2 criticals back to back from 2 different people.
I think I'm going to go stab one with my dagger just to say I do
I think
damage.
that's
Was
a
it
good
a different
idea.
specter? Wait, which specter was it?
Yannick's.
Oh, it was a
specter.
different specter. Yep. 23, Galen.
Yep.
So that one takes near death. How much damage did you just do?
36.
I'll still obliterates it. That's actually more damage across the board. Is that it?
That is all of my actions.
Okay.
I feel like I got everybody fired up.
Hey!
It is
Too soon. Too soon.
Galen's turn with a spectral corruption misses and then misses with it's frightened. It is hesitant to strike. Zaldor, you are attacked with a spectral corruption. This is an interesting one.
No,
25 to hit.
that does hit Zaldor.
You are hit for 17 void damage.
That's terrible.
It adds 5 temporary hit points.
That hit Zaldor?
It
Yep.
did.
And Zaldor will save 21 with incapacitation bonus.
So Zaldor's within 15 feet of me, right?
Yes.
-9.
Thank you. And I'm sorry, I need to make a will save. For how much?
Looking 20 something. It is clearly Derek is wrong. It is 21 on this fellow.
21. All right. I'm stupefied.
Will save rights. No. That would be a 24. 3.
So that's a failure?
Failure.
Your failure is upgraded out of the controlled status and up to a success, so you are only stupefied 2.
Super duper.
Stupor duper.
That won't be a problem at all.
And then it strikes at you with a regular attack as well, and that is a miss. They are done, just those 2, and it is Hemlock's turn. You've got nothing nearby you.
The one up by Zaldor, I will take a shot at.
Just a giant flaming fireball template is the only thing in your way.
Oh gosh.
But Derek is still leaving there for some reason.
A 36 to hit.
Is a critical hit.
Yep.
There we go.
Which one was it?
The one
The
to
one by
north.
Zaldor.
This one. Okay. It has 40 hit points remaining. 40.
Not anymore.
I do over 40. It's somewhere
Boom.
closer to 50.
Nice.
Huge.
And then I will reload and shoot the one over by Galen.
The last one near death. It has 7 hit points remaining.
Oh.
And it does not have that anymore.
30.
Is a hit.
10 points.
Is another double kill. Boom, boom. That's pretty sweet.
Yannick just keeps kind of stupefiedly swinging the sword around for a while.
I kick Yannick in the nuts.
Flying
Hey!
That cannot be anything.
I'm not Zaldor. Yeah, we're gonna sit down and take a break
All right, you guys can catch your breath.
until the stupefied condition happens to go away.
Okay.
How long does the stupefied condition go away? You did not give us a time.
Said a while.
A minute?
We
A
just go
while.
3 months.
About maybe half hour.
Oh, that's a lot for poor Zaldor, who is a stupefied too.
While that's going on, I can still rest and get my lay on hands, right?
You guys want to take a break for how long?
Well, I guess a half hour.
Okay.
Let's add up our healing.
Sure.
I can do 5 every 10.
I'm going to add a tension die.
Just laugh at that.
Taking some time.
5 every 10.
Oh,
I
this
didn't
guy.
laugh at
Every
that.
I
plus
thought I
one
heard a
counts.
snicker.
Yeah. No,
So how long you stopping for?
Well, until the stupefied's gone, so half hour.
Yep.
So we're gonna stop for half hour.
And we've already taken a tension die for that.
Yep, that's fine.
I will.
I'm glad you're fine.
Would you like hit points, or would you like? I mean, we have an option: no tension dice or hit points. Which one would you like
I'm
to
a
have?
pixie. I'm an eternal being,
During that
baby.
time, I will do a treat wounds on Hemlock and Galen, giving them both 11 hit points.
Ooh, I could. Anyone else who could help poor Zaldor.
I will give Zaldor
15.
15.
All right.
You have treat wounds at 15?
No, 5 every 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
And then where's
Hey, hold up with that.
Yeah,
'cause
somebody
you
talk
gotta
to me
let me
about
know when those numbers happen.
hit point totals so I can
Give me a
help?
second. What did you just do, sir, Mr. Galen?
15 for Zaldor.
15 to Zaldor. 63.
This is some advanced
He's
Pathfinder
almost
with all
full
these
now.
conditions tonight.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
almost full now.
Almost full. Yeah. 75 is 78, which is wonderful. Thank you.
And before you say, I don't know if this matters. Those of you doing treat wounds, if it's just one dude down, you can spend a full hour just on that one person to do double the amount. So it's very inefficient, but it's good for one dude. I don't think it applies here though.
Does all of my lay on hands can be on multiple, right?
Well, yeah, each 10 minutes you're doing a different person.
Right, but it doesn't have to be 24 all on a single person.
Yes.
Okay, so do 24 3 times on whoever the three lowest hit points are.
Yeah, get Galen and Hemlock.
All right.
Yeah, one
So-
willing creature. Or one not willing undead creature.
no.
So 24 times 3.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I guess
What if you could
we're
have healed the specters? That would have been.
I could have done, yes.
So, Jericho, where are we all at now, according to
All right, I got Geg
That
at,
would have been an interesting
I
attack.
got Geg at 68.
if
I got
evil,
Zaldor at 75.
Yannick had walked through the mirror and he lays hands on you. You lay hands.
I'm listening.
Yeah, no one
Well,
else is.
too.
It's all right.
Well, speak, please. or don't. To just be difficult about it.
68
That's
for
fine.
Gig.
3 people are at 70. Jericho, Hemlock, and Galen.
Yeah.
Gegi's just a couple points below that. Zaldor's just a couple points above that. And then Yannick at 83.
Thank you. That was helpful. I appreciate it.
All is right.
You hear another whisper, haunted whisper.
$5 footlongs.
They have to get advertising space. Tune times are tough these days. Some banner ads on a sarcophagus.
The subway, the whispering ass.
Looking at as an OnlyFans to make ends meet.
Oh, God.
Careful though, it's Jared.
Lots of feet pics.
He has happily.
Okay. Moving on. The whispering voice you hear, which I will not whisper so people can actually hear, is her whispers weave through the stone, calling all to sacrifice their life. After 30 minutes, the group is carrying on. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Galen's gonna quaff a lesser healing potion just to
Calling
top up
all
here.
to.
Sacrifice their life.
Roll those dice and then let me know what you get, please, sir.
Will do. That is 2d8 plus 5. 6 and 5 is 11.
81.
Excellent.
All right. You travel again, continuing through different corridors, making benign choices that have no impact. You've already chosen your path, and you come across a room that Hemlock knows all too well. It is a room that is dominated by a large circular pool filled with a darker crimson liquid. This liquid does look like blood. There is no other way to go but this room. The air is heavy with a metallic tinge of blood. You can see there is an ancient door on the far side that is closed and marked with sigils that glow in a sinister red. On the edge of the pool lip, and it's a very like sauna-like, slightly raised pool of blood, are a dozen curved ceremonial daggers.
Did all those whispers, you guys, did they seem to give us a clue what we should do here?
Are the blades jagged?
The blades are jagged.
Just to make sure that we're all on the same page here.
Don't drink that.
That is obvious. Anybody should know that.
Shark speak.
Her jagged blade drinks deep, and her blood shall ever flow. Bow to Alcanet, for her wrath carves through flesh and bone alike. Through rivers of crimson, her power endures beyond death's grasp. Remind me of the one about the faithful.
The faithful fell, the unworthy bled, and the...
Her name was carved in blood.
Man, I wish I could read my writing.
And the last one, her whispers weave through the stones, calling all to sacrifice their life.
So I'm not good with this stuff. Do we
I
just
think each is a clue forward.
do we just do what I did up on that boat and just drip some of our blood in?
Absolutely not. I don't know what happened then, but that sounds like a terrible idea to drain any sort of blood in this place at all.
It super worked then. We got to where we're going. We killed the big demon lord and saved our town.
And you have demons crawling out of your blood anytime we try to make a test.
Only when a wizard of a tower of selection does dumb stuff with a potion.
At that time,
That's the only time
I'm
it's
still
ever
going to
done
win
anything.
this one. No, you cannot bleed yourself. However,
Okay, that's one vote. No.
the jagged blade drinks deep.
Come on,
There is
can we let him?
You were there. Is that a
Geggy's
good
right
choice
behind
for
the
you?
bar.
I mean, it's personal, really.
I lean towards Geggy. Geggy, what do you think?
No, I'm not familiar with these magics. I won't be much help to you.
Galen will investigate the blades to see if there's anything unique or interesting about them.
Okay. They have runes. Making occultism 19. 18. Correction.
25.
Okay. You don't know what's going on with them. You don't get any sense of anything other than there are unread sigil colored runes, so just black outlines on them that match some of the ones that are on the door.
How many blades are there?
12.
12 blades. Okay.
Is this still going?
So
I believe. I'm sorry, go ahead.
there are
Thank you.
sigils on the blades that some of which match sigils carved over the door.
Are all the blades
what I heard.
identical?
Yes.
Are the sigils on them the same? Or like each blade have different words?
Different words, sigils, yes.
So they're not identical then.
Not totally identical.
Okay.
Sorry, no.
That's
They're identical,
Sorry,
they're just
sorry,
not
my
the
bad.
same.
Yeah,
If we were to hear the
We
whispers,
know what you mean.
if the whispers were to be
Some of them are also swords and crossbows.
are any of them guns?
Yes, now that you mentioned it.
daggers
Other
are
than that, they are the exact same.
One is a dead chipmunk. I don't know where that came from.
I take the dead chipmunk.
I believe that if we dip the blades in the blood for the sigils that need to be activated, they will open up.
Fire it
the
up.
glyphs.
All right, go for it.
Naldor puts his money where his mouth is and grabs the first blade that has that matches one of the glyphs that is not on the red outline, so one of the black sigil blades.
Okay.
Dips it into
Yannick
the
is back and to the left with the fashard in hand.
All
blood.
right.
Where did it sound?
I'm going to be right behind Zaldor ready to help him.
Okay.
Oh,
Zaldor,
and I'll boop, 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 boop. Yeah, detect
you are
magic.
definitely detecting magic, probably around a level 3-ish. Zaldor, you were dipping the blade.
Into the blood.
Okay.
Yes.
Just the tip.
The full blade itself, not the hilts, not the
Just
handle,
start with the tip.
just the blade. So
Just the tip to
down,
start.
tip first.
It just
So
Ease it in.
surprisingly goes in when you didn't think it
Ease
would.
it in.
What if you're all tip?
So this ritual will be over
Locke
fast.
sadly looks at this tiny little dirk in his hand.
Sorry about your micro dagger.
More of a jerk.
Oh dear Lord. Oh, it is not 9:59 at night. All
Tell
right,
us more about Zaldor's dirk. Let's go.
Zaldor, your wrinkly dagger comes out. Zaldor, you pull out the curved, jagged blade, and you see the runes light up partially red.
Zaldor will set the blade where he picked it up, and then pick up the next black blade with the other matching sigils that have not lit yet.
Okay,
Do the same thing.
you do. That one has sigils that are slightly glowing red. Yeah, you have two.
All right. And does anything change on the wall?
No, not on the wall.
Zaldor will take the blade that he just dipped and head towards the door.
It fades. The first one fades as you're approaching with the second one. So there's a duration, by the by.
The first sigil fades.
On the first dagger,
Okay,
its sigils fade. You're approaching the door with the second dagger,
correct.
with sigils partially lit. And what do you do?
I reach for the door. Let me double check my notes of quotes here.
Notes and quotes.
Cheap.
It's like
Blood
a
shall flow.
EDM type. Notes and quotes and notes and quotes and notes and quotes and notes and
Well, I was there's a You dip, I dip, we dip.
I'm going to be standing behind him, but to the side, so that when the
Jagged-
force of this explosion throws him backwards, it doesn't hit me.
Okay.
Jagged daggers that we're investigating, they don't look like a saw of a key tooth, do they?
No, they're more like a serrated bread knife.
Okay,
Curved.
so
and
actual,
malicious. A
like-
malicious bread cutting knife.
Got it. It's really
Well, that malicious bread.
All
Saldor,
bread cutting knives are
It's
malicious.
got raisins in it.
Saldor, before you do anything, I noticed that the sigils faded from the first blade. What if we looked at all of these blades, figured out all of the ones we need, and we each dip it at the same time?
Well, there's 6
Light
of us.
them
That's
all up
2 hands.
Let's give that a shot. Yes,
before you go and try to do something that may not work.
of course.
While they're doing this, Galen takes one of the daggers and
Hides it.
attempts to connect with it with the psychometric resonance.
Okay. I
So
like
he
that one.
will sit and meditate over it while holding the dagger, attempting to see a person's face and the emotion imbued within the object,
You're doing the full 1 minute thing.
if the party will allow.
Concentrate on to get a vision of the face. All right, you get a vision of a Thavian witch, and pain is the emotion. Pain and sacrifice.
So what are we doing here?
Well, I think Hemlock and Zaldor will look at each of the knives and figure out which ones pair up to the door.
Okay.
And then
How many
how
pair
of
up
those
to the
pair
door?
up to the door?
All of the symbols are represented on the blades.
Is there an order? Like if, from left to right?
You
up?
you can certainly create that order in the dagger. Yes, they are. The number of them match the
Is
daggers.
Varib red
Okay.
left to right or right to left?
We don't know.
It's forward and straight somehow.
But spellcasting.
So if-
Spellcasting.
Feel like we should line this up and figure out which ones to dip in order, maybe, quickly.
Certainly.
1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Like
Yeah.
that. So that one person should have 1
If
and 2.
they're all, then
Next person
each
has
of us
3 and
have
4.
2 blades, and we'll just line up in an order and
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, and what's the final act that you're doing?
dipping the looking at the sigils on the door, and then each of us having 2 blades and figuring out from left to right in what order to.
Okay.
So it's like 2, and then the next guy 2, 2, 2, 2.
Okay, so you have done that. You have them all dipped, and as one, you are quickly making your way to the door.
Yeah.
They are
Yes.
they're all partially lit up, red runes with bright red runes sigils on the door.
As we approach the door, Galen bows.
Okay. Nothing happens as you approach the door.
Are we touching them to the corresponding rune?
Give it a shot.
To
Is that what we're
carve her
doing?
name in blood.
We should have made some decisions here.
Try
We're just trial and error.
That is gnomish disappointment right there.
Zaltor.
It's like empathetic plea.
You guys spend so much time thinking instead of doing.
Would you like to carve her name into the
Oh.
door, Jericho?
Oh, shouldn't we have tried touching the bloody knives to the door instead of just walking up to it? Like, hey.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, like all of us in order, right? We're doing it in order. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Well, let's do that.
Well, it takes all of us.
So you start.
I'll start. I'm gonna go. I'll switch with whoever had 1 and 2, and I'll get up. Okay, are you guys ready? I go 1, 2, and go to the matching runes. 1, 2.
All right.
Gotta like flick the blood and touch it up on there.
You do so.
Does it do anything different?
No.
I feel like
Yeah, that didn't work, but we tried.
Yeah.
I may know what we need to do.
What are...
But I feel like perhaps it would be wise if we didn't all do it at once.
so no circle jerk then.
He says with a, oh.
Human disappointment.
I'm fatigued, I'm frightened, and all I want.
Can I have this one thing?
Around the pool of blood.
One micro
Choose
thing.
the awkward
You
times.
sound like me every midwinter morning when I don't get the presents I wanted.
Her whispers weave through the stone, calling all to sacrifice their life. This is a blood cult. These blades are not here for their looks. I think we must offer a sacrifice.
Are you volunteering?
I am volunteering. I think we take one of the knives that has a sigil that matches on the door, and I'll approach the door and make a small cut on my arm.
Before you cut yourself, it's worth noting that when we touch the pool of blood, the sigils do light. They are activating. There is a chance that your blood will also activate, but will do no further, and now you've taken damage and perhaps tainted yourself with cursed blood.
This is a blood cult, and this we keep hearing about the faithful the faithful falling, the unworthy bleeding, sacrificing life. We're not getting out of this without offering something.
I think I agree.
How many daggers are here?
12.
12 daggers.
And to be clear, we have identified 6 sigils above the door. Is that
Nope,
correct?
but it's a whole bunch of sigils.
Whole bunch of sigils. Okay.
And
like
they all
3 or
match up to the daggers.
Before moving forward, Galen would like to try to ascertain if there are any curses placed upon the blades or the pool of blood.
How would you like to ascertain if there are curses?
Through esoteric lore.
This place might be a haunt.
Esoteric lore to recall knowledge regarding haunts, curses, and creatures of any type. You glean no knowledge.
And to the best of my knowledge, there are no curses here. Just a blood cult.
No one's got a better idea. I say let's do it.
You have as much knowledge, you have more knowledge than any of us in this type of thing. So,
It's not saying much, but I think we have to try something here. So, Galen will take one of the blades, the one that aligns with the first sigil above the door,
Okay.
and will dip it in the pool.
It lights up partially. The runes do
He will
on the blade.
draw the blade across his arm,
Okay.
you may need to bleed into that pool too.
maybe.
All right. So you're drawing it across your arm.
Yep.
And where are you? You said you were standing before the door?
Before the pool of blood.
Before the pool of blood. You cut your arm, and the runes on the blade grow brighter, almost as bright as those upon the door. And make a Fortitude 18 save.
Oh, God.
That's a natural 1.
Oh no.
I'm so happy.
And Galen, who I think has a condition or 2 on him, it's not bad. You are now enfeebled 2 for the remainder of the tomb.
Can we get a list of your conditions?
Yeah, what's the full rundown?
Fatigued 2. Enfeebled 2. Wounded 1.
Is that it?
That's it. Because I'm no longer
Let's see-
frightened.
Let's see what we can do about that.
Yeah.
Let's go for a record.
There's more conditions out there.
So
You get one more, you're going to call Jen. Cards.
I'm flushed.
Uno.
The runes lit up. Brighter. Almost as bright as those above the door.
Correct.
And the ones on the door hadn't lit up before, correct?
The ones on the door have always been lit up. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I will now bow and say aloud, I bow before Alkanet. No change.
We'll take that silence.
And then I approach the door with the knife. And then as I approach the door with the knife, I will once again, as I approach the door, I will bow.
And
say I offer the sacrifice to Alkanet.
And
For her wrath carves through flesh and bone alike. And then I will write the name Alkanet on the door. In my blood and hers.
the sigils fade on the door and the door opens.
Ooh.
Opens gently, and a small push opens it all the way. Beyond, you see another chamber immediately there with some strange low tables with no other way out, but you have gained access.
While this was going on, can I get another lay on hands out?
Sure.
Whoever's next lowest will get 24 more hit points. Probably Geggy.
This is Geggy.
Yannick, I feel like it might be a good idea for you to lead the way.
My pleasure. And sword and shield. Actually, shield and javelin with sword at the ready.
Oh.
And I'm entering in
Mixing it up.
quietly.
Okay.
Like, you know, as kind of stealthily, javelin out, shield up, ready to be thrown, run.
Okay. You enter this chamber. It's much smaller. It's about the same size as this other one, so it's not a massive one, maybe 50 by 50 feet. It's got a slightly low ceiling, and it has...
Can I
Yes.
say one thing? I am sort of readying an action. It sounds, noises, things like that. Something maybe like a whipping of wind or something. I am going to go low.
Only the penitent may pass. Only the penitent may pass. That has been in my brain the entire session.
Yes. Precisely so.
Okay. Duly noted. You step in slowly. Anyone else joining him, or are you watching him?
Just let me go.
Galen is backing up Yannick for sure.
I'd definitely
Someone
be going.
reaches in.
Zell-
I'd definitely be going with him.
Zaldor will take third place in front of Jericho.
But Galen starts with an I.
Hemlock will be last.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that was the letter puzzle that he steps, and the letters
Okay,
fall.
got it.
In Hebrew.
I got, yes.
There is no J.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Yannick, as you step in, you see there are 3 strange tables on the floor. They are about maybe a foot tall, and they are concaved and in the shape of a human form, like snow angel type thing, but without moving the arms. So a chalk outline of a stone table, if you will.
Okay.
So a spot for the arms, spot for the head, spot for the legs.
I am just inside enough and have stepped out of the way so that everybody can be in. I'm not like really going that far in. I'm just sort of clearing the first space, getting everybody in, and then we can move forward.
Okay, then what do you want to be looking out for? Interesting things or dangerous things?
Dangerous
All right.
things.
I shall keep that in mind.
Galen will be looking for interesting things.
Galen, you may make a perception roll.
Oh boy.
Is to me interesting things.
How about
dangerous things? Are interesting.
let's take in all of my penalties here.
Negative 16. What the hell?
Yeah. Actually, I don't think I have any for this, so that's going to be a 27.
Well, the 27, Galen, you spot something of interest. You spot a small little channel of stone that goes across the floor and heads towards a wall and disappears under the wall. And that slot comes out from under each of the 3 little mini stone shape outlines. Where that wall is, you see there is a tiny hidden stone-colored catch for like a pull handle type thing.
I think I've spotted our way forward if we want to continue moving on.
Nah, let's go back.
No, that's not correct.
And anything else anyone else wants to do?
I'll be doing my detect magic.
Okay. Anything else?
And looking at those 3 kind of shape outlines, just kind of trying to take a look and see what it seems like those are. Anything I can, like, what's up with those?
Make a bardic lore or occult, and then make a perception separate. So the first 2 was an or.
First one's 22.
Okay, and what's the perception?
31.
Okay. You have no idea about the lore related stuff, but you do get 2 interesting bits of information. One, you see an even harder to spot tiny channel that branches off from one of the others and goes in a different direction towards a different wall, where you can see there is a curved seam of a door that has a tiny little switch where the larger channel goes and the small branches off. There's a tiny switch there that's very hard to see, and the whole tiny thing is very hard to see, but you spotted it. As you follow it to the wall, you see the seam. You can't find any catch or anything for the wall. You do detect magic on the other side.
All right. And this is like just like a little groove in the floor,
Yep.
kind of a thing.
Yeah. So maybe like a hard to see tennis ball could roll down the main 3 that go towards Galen's, and then your special one is maybe pencil width going to a different wall with a small little latch.
What's at the and the other end just goes to these 3 human-shaped implant table things.
Yes.
Is there anything on their surface like that would catch or get or go to these?
You see
Divot
holes in them.
Okay, so like if we put Galen on one and just exsanguinated him, it seems like his blood would flow down those holes, down one of these troughs.
That is
and
a
go to one of these
possibility,
places.
yes.
All right.
Let's get on that.
All right. Hey, guys, that's what we got. And Galen's already volunteered for all the bloodletting.
Are there any urns, buckets, carriers, anything that would be able to scoop or hold large amounts of liquid, say from the blood
Buckets
well?
of blood?
No.
So it looks like they put someone on these tables and then they stab them up real good and their blood flows out and that goes down these channels and that opens something. And there's like a secret door over here and like a something big over here. And there's a little switch right there. And I think that moves it whether the blood goes down the big one to over here or down the little stinky one over to the secret door.
Zaldor heads back out the door towards the blood well, takes off his bag. He reaches in and empties out the normal rations and rope and items that he usually carries, and takes the bag of holding itself.
This is going to be messy.
And dips it into the blood well.
Okay.
You have a bag of holding?
I do.
Careful, it'll blow up.
open up the blood well bag to pull in large amounts of blood to bring into the room.
You do so.
I then bring the bag in, and where Jericho indicated someone would stand, I open up my bag and slowly dump out 4 bulk of blood.
Okay, onto one of these table things.
Onto one of
And
the
I can do
table.
the little switch so it goes to the skinny
What?
pencil width
What?
little channel.
Okay,
That looks like the sneaky one.
okay. So you fill one up. The blood goop that you poured out goes through several small holes in the table and starts going down this wider channel and heads towards Galen, who steps out of the way or over the channel and heads in that direction. And it reaches the wall and goes under the wall by that catch, but nothing unusual happens. And then it also goes down the smaller one, Jericho's smaller channel, and heads in that direction. And as it does, you see it head towards the wall there. When it hits that wall, there is a grinding sound, and the wall disappears with a door. Goes in about a couple feet and then grinds slowly off to the side, revealing a smaller side room.
Saldo, you are the smartest ever.
Thank you.
I don't care what that other wizard of the tower says.
I wouldn't reuse that bag anytime soon.
I'm afraid it might go through some major needs for
Well, I'll clean it
prestidigitation.
for you.
Thank you.
Why don't you hand it over here? I'll start cleaning it.
Hemlock heads into that room.
Okay.
Just opened.
Hemlock, you head into this room, and you see it is a very small room with 2 pedestals upon it. No other way in or out of this room. The pedestals have a staff upon one and a shawl upon another that appear to be in great condition. You almost trip over a skeleton with ragged clothes that holds a brilliant gem in its hand.
Come in. Get in here.
All right, I'm coming.
Is this room large enough to accommodate all of us?
No, maybe half of you.
Well, I'll just grab the 3 things and
Okay.
bring them out.
I would like to.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Just right off the pedestal and
For those of you who are,
You don't do the little Indiana Jones at the
Nope.
beginning of the first movie, the little bag of sand.
for those of you who are listening, as soon as Hemlock said he was just going to grab all the things, Yannick turns at him agape, like, okay.
I would like to search the room while
Which
just
room?
look. There's a little secret new room. That
Okay, as you
look
do
around.
so and go in there, there is a screeching noise that is assaulting Hemlock as another haunt has unleashed its power upon you. You need to make a save that is known as a will save 28.
Damn it.
So that's both of us.
Just him.
I will do the same thing that I did before because he is within 60 feet of me, and I was
Yes.
going in that room. And I will again, because that's an auditory one.
Yes.
I will use counter performance, and use one of my because I got my focus points back with our rest. I've only used one, but I will use one to do that.
Before you roll, what is the effect?
This is the one where I can roll a performance check, and he can choose to use my reaction and a focus point to roll a performance to protect my allies from an auditory or a visual trigger that requires a saving
All
throw.
right. Before you roll again, this particular haunt gives you an additional option by doing that.
Nice.
You may make a performance 26 roll to completely counter it entirely.
Okay. Well, I'm rolling here.
Is that the one you want? Or 20, or the other roll to give him his bonus?
Alrighty, here we go.
Which one are you doing?
Oh, we'll go for the 26.
Flat out try to counter it.
Yeah. I got a plus 15. I just got rolled an 11, and I got a hero point at the end of the night here.
Fantastic.
I'll use my hero point. I rolled a 6, which gives me a 21, but I'll use my hero point that I got from Derek. Thank you.
You can do this.
I rolled a 3.
Oh.
I made a valiant attempt to save you.
You were great.
All
and
right.
I did not.
So making your save.
What was it again? Willpower 14.
28.
Willpower 14. Woo!
did you get
29.
Whoa!
We don't
Yeah.
worry about
18 on the
gunslinger.
dice.
Yeah.
The GM looks so disappointed
I
right
know.
now.
32 points of sonic damage. Cut in half is 16 points of sonic damage.
That's a big difference.
You are able to leave the room. The haunt expires, and the screeching fades away into a distant hollow screech.
I admit that was dumb.
Wait, did he get the stuff though?
He has the stuff.
You just see Yannick just shaking his head in disappointment.
I
just
realize,
disappointed. I'm not even mad.
Uh,
Disappointed.
what does that take? It's... Should we try to identify this stuff?
I don't want to be here longer than need be, but if y'all want to,
I think
Bard
some of
around
us are
with
able
that.
to identify quickly, if I'm not mistaken.
What do you have an ability, Jericho? Someone's looking at you.
No, I just look at it and figure it out.
That's
I can also do crafter's appraisal.
the dingle hopper.
Does someone have quick identification? No.
No,
All right.
that's
I will do detect magic, just see if they're magic.
They are magic. You can spend 10 minutes trying to identify this and attention die if you would like.
Oh, that's totally worth it.
I mean, we may need whatever this is.
And we can do some healing in the during
Yeah.
that 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah,
there's,
but
there's
different
more than
people
there's
can look at them.
3 people who can probably identify him.
does anybody here have some
conditions like Galen.
guaranteed identification skills?
Gary did.
I certainly have an
What's his
assurance with
Galen also has assurance on that,
Arcana.
but I think yours is going to be much better. So
Well, then the 3 of you, because you got the crafty thing,
Uh-huh.
you guys should look at them.
All right.
Okay.
So
Take
we're
a
going
look.
to take 10 minutes. 3 people are going to identify stuff, and
right.
somebody will get 24 more hit points.
And I will spend that time just gently playing my song to get my focus point
I
back.
will add another attention die.
Who gets 24 hit points?
Lowest is the guy that just got smashed in the face.
Thank you.
Every time he grabs something,
But
that's
you're at full
another
hit points
attention
now.
die. All right. Was there assurance being used?
So Zaldo's assurance gets him to 23 with Arcana, but his roll is a plus 17. I would imagine that it should be a little higher.
I'll tell you this, mechanically that would identify level 6 magical items.
So do you also have the one where you can't misidentify curses and stuff like that?
That I'm not sure.
What'd you say, 23?
23. That's what my
Correction,
Arcana
level
assurance is.
7 magical items.
Do we care about dodging curses at this point? No?
I will use my
We're looking
assurance.
at
I mean,
Okay.
I just
You want
the roll
extra
will probably
curses?
be stronger, but it'll be fine.
And who else was going?
Oh, I'll do my crafter's appraisal.
And which one?
Crafter's appraisal.
Of which item? Say it
The
one more
gem.
time.
The crafter's appraisal.
Okay. And there was, so what are you doing?
The staff.
And you're doing another?
I'm healing somebody.
I'm doing the shawl.
Okay. And, all right. You have no assurance that you're using.
I have assured identification, yes.
Assured identification.
Yes.
That's a whole separate awesomeness.
That's a different thing.
Yeah.
Sounds fancy to me.
Fine.
You rarely misidentify. If you roll a critical failure, you get a failure. Okay, so we got you good there, and
Let's
I am
dig a
making the
Geary
roll
up
for
and
you.
figure out what that staff was once and for all.
All right. After 10 minutes, you have gleaned the following information. 1, Hemlock feels better.
That's good.
2,
Except for his nuts. But
you have
No, I massaged those gently for the
you have
last 10
found a
minutes.
staff of blood that lets you harm people with blood magic.
Fantastic.
You think there might be some power behind it, but also some caution behind it.
How easily would that be broken?
Quite easily, actually.
Every wizard needs a staff.
And the shawl is a shawl that gives a +3 item bonus to resist all Favian blood magic.
Whoa.
The gem is not magical in the slightest and is the nicest gem you've seen. It is a huge emerald worth nearly 2,000 gold.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Slides that right in his pocket.
Uh huh.
He chips away in 6 individual shards.
Jericho, come over here for a moment.
Yeah.
This shawl, I think perhaps you should wear it for now. This is going to protect you against the blood magic that we keep encountering around here, and you are critical to our survival down here.
You also look best in a shawl.
That's true. I do look.
That's what I was going to say.
The color goes.
Rock a shawl for sure.
The color goes with my eyes.
It's beady-eyed colored.
Eyes have slowly been
hate
turning
them
into
so much.
rat little
The
eyes.
shawls is coming together, cross-eyed colored. All right.
Whoa.
What would you guys like to do? You detected nothing else, no more magic in that room, and spotted nothing else.
Well, looks like Jericho willing. He's going to take the shawl.
Sure.
So I guess one shawl has gone to Jericho. I would put that staff of blood in a sturdy satchel for now. With
Well,
the
you
intent
got to get it from Zaldor first.
Oh, did you take it?
Oh, and I would take some time and I would prestidigitate the bag of holding for as long as it takes to get all that blood
That's
out.
going to be a long project, but you begin the process.
I'll begin the process.
I simply wrote down blood magic weapon, which is really not Zeldor's speed. I'm more of a sphere guy. I do wind spheres and flame spheres and invisibility spheres.
Oh, but you could
Are
do
you taking
bloody
a hit
wind
at me about the
spheres and
spheres?
bloody
I'm
fire
just- I'm-
spheres.
Are you taking a swipe at me?
Not
is,
even-
is that what you're
this
doing?
isn't a personal effect. I'm letting you know what I have. That's
Do you
it is
know about my
magic.
history with spheres?
I didn't know you had a history with spheres. That's fascinating.
Galen has a history with spheres now. He stomps them.
Zaldor decides to stash the staff inside the bag.
Sure, yeah.
With all of the blood.
Well, it's emptied out of blood,
Yeah.
but it's probably still dirty of blood. Yes.
Yeah. So, sure. The thing that probably feeds on blood is
I see
with
nothing
all
wrong
the
with
blood. Great. So, Galen's going to go check out that switch.
If 12 kids climb out of the bag next time we open it.
Okay,
gonna
you're
run
at the little
screaming.
catch thing there. There's a single channel of this blood stuff that's going underneath it.
Oh, maybe you gotta get a lot of blood poured on all 3 of the things.
I think I may just need to release this catch here, and we might be able to go through. I don't know for sure, but I suggest we all be ready. Everyone ready?
Sword and shield out.
I feel super ready.
All right.
Yeah.
Galen will trigger the catch.
I'm not ready.
You trigger the catch, and it does nothing.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
That was-
Yeah,
See
but
if-
we
see if
were
we
ready
can
though,
open the
Galen, so that
door
was good.
manually.
That was super good.
And we're gonna try to get in to see if we can leverage the door open now that the catch has been catched.
The catch
Or
was on the
uncatched?
ground in one of the like.
No, it's in that catch is in the wall. It's like a hidden thing to get your couple fingers in and pull, and it doesn't do anything. It moves and doesn't do anything.
Yannick, perhaps your strength here?
We need to do blood to all from all 3 tables.
Oh, crap.
Zaldor repeats his process without even asking. Gets
I'll
the
take
bag,
that staff out.
takes the staff out.
Okay.
Has that to Jericho. Gets the bag. Fills it a second time. Table 2. Gets the bag. Fills it a third time. Gross. Table 3.
You do so. The blood descends down through the table holes, then goes down the channels, the long channels. All 3 go underneath the door.
Let's
And then
try
I'll
this
try
again.
to do the catch.
The catch clicks and the door opens up. You see it, the channels disappear under the floor. You have no idea where this blood stuff has gone. And there is one more room, about 25 by 25 on the other side. And in it are no doors, no walls. Well, there are walls, no doors, no corridors, nothing out of the ordinary, completely plain except for a single white guardian ward, very similar to the one you saw way up above on the surface.
The one that Yannick stepped
Yeah.
on. I'm going to cast my detect magic again.
You detect magic coming from that ward.
If I recall, these words were occult in nature, yes? Galen will attempt to decipher the ward using occultism.
You glean no information.
Yannick,
Religion? Get us anywhere?
Not anything beyond what we shared last time.
Walked through the last one, yes, Yannick?
Yes.
And it didn't harm you.
I got the cape that's supposed to protect me. Do you want me to go step on it?
I will go. Yannick will step through the ward like he did last time.
Okay. Yannick steps onto this strange, almost eye or crescent-shaped amalgamation of magic on the floor.
Then he bows down.
It goes a little bit brighter, and visions fill your head of guardians past. And as you start to experience those, which we will share on our next adventure, the floor descends slowly, grinding away, and you are being lowered down.
I'm joining them for sure.
Jericho jumps a foot down to join him.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Zaldor also.
Everyone jumps in, and you are on a 25 by 25 stone lift that goes down and down and down. You look up and can see the ceiling now 30, 40, 50 feet above continues to descend, this grinding stone all around you until it opens up into a chamber on all sides of you, into a dark chamber lit by lights with strange blood magic effects off in the distance. There are still images that are flashing across into the champion, as well as a voice of "Destroy the witchcraft and the corruption, Sir Yannick." Comes the voice of Carahel into your heart. And there are...
Say that again?
"Destroy the witchcraft and the corruption, Sir Yannick."
Clean out your ears.
And we have a battle on our hands that we will start on our next adventure. Let us get a sneak peek at the map for our players and people watching video to get a look at as they enter the final actual tomb of Al Khanet.
Oh my gosh. That is massive. Oh my gosh, it's bigger.
That's what she said?
I've never heard that.
No, me neither.
And we will stop there for tonight.
Oh,
Thank you
God.
so much for joining us, and we will see you all next time.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Looks easy.
Thank you.